Hello? Hello? What do we have back? What do you mean? What's going on? The artwork? What weird shit? Like, what? You know? I was looking at the actual channel. Everyone can see my pimple. I forgot I had this. Ugh. Um, dude, I gotta put something on that. Hold on, that's disgusting. I gotta put a sensor on it. Ah, you've been muted this whole time.
Yeah, I've been muted, so it's just been you talking to yourself.
How was my night? My night ended. It culminated in me getting my asshole touched and not coming. So that was fucking.
Oh my god,
Not
you're
great.
saying this just in just a YouTube video, just like a YouTube video that's forever on YouTube.
Whatever. Weird night.
Do you want to talk about it in more detail, or that's it?
Want to talk about it?
Well, not the asshole part, and like there's little interesting snippets you could talk about, but not
I need to ask the questions because I don't know what's interesting about it.
him waking up at 3 a.m. is pretty interesting.
Okay, Hold on, hold on. Okay, I don't like talking about the things that I did, but I don't want to talk about the things that
Um, what else was
were like.
interesting? You fighting with him multiple times.
I did start accusing him of being a right-wing Trump tard.
Are Canadians even usually Trump tards?
Yeah, we have lots of Trump tards here.
Oh, that's surprising.
I started accusing him of being a trad husband.
Is
Like,
he a right wing?
I don't know. He wouldn't like admit it, but he was like, well, he was like, he wasn't saying that he likes Trump, but he wasn't saying Trump is bad. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Okay.
So that was fun. I don't really know.
I don't think
No
anything
thought.
really happened to me this week. I mean, you could talk about, I guess, we did a panel on Wednesday. That was something.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that was something. I'll say that.
I think honestly, I really enjoyed that panel because there were so many people and it was just a clusterfuck and I loved it.
It was a clusterfuck.
It was really funny to see, like, certain things.
Those guys on the panel were fucking.
Julie hates, well, I didn't love one of them because he was just like an egomaniac. It was absolutely insane.
They're both egomaniacs, but yeah, that one guy was like genuinely like Neo fucking irrelevant. Like he was like the dark. He's like fucking. You know what I mean?
It was really strange too because like how he would talk down on us. It would be like
Oops, sorry.
it would be like, I know you guys don't understand what I just said. And it's like we could put together a sentence, but the reason why it seems like we don't understand what you're saying is because what you said is really dumb.
Yeah.
It's a bad statement.
Both of those guys were like kind of fucked though, to be honest.
Well, the other one's like in love with me, so
That's what I'm saying. That other guy is like saying that OnlyFans is like bad for men and blah 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 blah, blah and saying like women shouldn't do all these things and women should have husbands and stuff. Meanwhile, he's like fucking like full blown simping for you behind the scenes like a fucking bitch. Like, ain't you embarrassed, bro? Like, don't you feel fucking stupid acting like that behind the scenes, knowing the shit that you're saying online?
like I said before, like it started, I was the first one there with him and like the other guy. Not the other guy, not the one that's annoying, but the one who was like debating for OnlyFans on our panel. He was very sweet.
It's crazy acting like some macho, tough, like red pill, like husband leader of a man, and that's how you fucking talk to women behind the scenes.
And then he was like, "Oh, I saw you, whatever. I never thought I would get the opportunity to meet you. I just was so infatuated with you." I was like, "Oh,
Telling a woman you just met that she has your heart,
oh.
you're a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser. Okay,
Me?"
that guy's a fucking loser.
He thinks he won the debate, and I was like, "You said I won your heart, so." I think technically I won.
If anyone won that debate, it was me. Okay, we all.
Well,
know.
if anyone starts simping for the person on the other side of the debate, come on, I'm the winner.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That guy's a bitch for sure. And then Alex came in and didn't even fucking do anything. I thought he was gonna shake shit up. He didn't do shit. Why didn't he come in and start throwing hands, bro?
Oh my god, and I'm wearing red, and I have red nails, and Julie's blue nails, blue shirt. Crazy.
And blue pimple sticker.
I should change my lights to blue or red.
So you look like a demon.
We're the American flag, baby.
Oh my god, I forgot to order my fucking shit. Okay, I'm getting Coca-Cola unscented baby wipes so I can clean my asshole that was beat up.
Someone came into my chat yesterday and said that he loves listening to our banter on the podcast. I was like, that's actually like the nicest thing anyone's ever said.
I have to give this guy the lowest tip option is $4.50 fucking dollars.
Well, you can custom.
Yeah, I'm not gonna custom a lower tip. I'll custom a higher tip. I'm not gonna custom a lower tip. You know what I mean?
Red. I hate when I accidentally pass a color. Because this remote's not very responsive.
The fire.
There we go. We got some red in here.
If they can't get that cream cheese, I want to read.
He did say he suffers the podcast. So I got briefed today on all our international adventures. which was really cool, really interesting to hear about. One thing internationally that was interesting that so we're trying to sell our defense to a bunch of different one of our allies, and one of our allies is Canada. Obviously, they have some of the least restrictions on sharing defense because they're such a close ally. And our connections pretty much was like, we're super interested in your device, but Canada is broke. Well, not necessarily broke, but they don't have enough in their defense budget because they don't put that
Well, I
much
think
money.
half of our defense is just you guys fucking doing our borders for us.
Yeah, so like they're not gonna fund it, pretty much.
Well, that's fucking rude.
Canada's not going to fund it, not us. We're not going to give you the device for free. Your guy in Canada said you're broke.
If you guys want our water, we deserve your device.
We aren't a government entity. You talk to our government, and then.
Okay, if they don't have salt and vinegar, should I get spicy dill pickle or regular?
Spicy. You want the asshole to be on fire.
I don't want the asshole to be on fire. The asshole hurts, bro.
Oh yeah, no. You want regular. You answered your own question.
Right. Dude, this is so fucked. If there's no Coke, they're trying to substitute with Pepsi. Are you insane? Who does that?
No one. Definitely not me. And then so there was that, and then he briefed me on a bunch of Japan efforts, which is really cool. The Japan effort stuff is super amazing because I'm probably going to go to Japan this year to help with our Japan efforts, and I'm really excited for that. And other than that, I've been somewhat on and off ghosting men. It's not great. It's not a great look.
I didn't ghost a man when I probably should have.
It's not like I'm ghosting them, but I'm just responding to them like a week later after like they're like, oh, you want to hang out? And then I'll respond to them like day of like, oh, are we hanging out? And they're like, oh, it's a little last minute, but like maybe are you free this weekend? And then I haven't responded to that.
Honestly, kind of base.
It's like, the more unavailable you are, the more they want you. It's all part of a tactic, really.
Because, like, when you say, let's hang out today, and then they say it's a little last minute, it's like, oh, fuck, she does want to hang out with me. I have to figure this out.
Yeah, and then you don't respond again, and they're like, fuck, did I blow it?
I'll start doing that. I'm going to start doing that.
And then, yeah, so I had one Tinder guy yell at me today saying, like, are you just purposely ignoring my Snapchats? And I responded 5 hours later, my God, my bad, I'm at work.
What do you do what do you do if they do actually want to hang out though last minute? Kind of screwed.
I hang out with them. I'll hang out with someone who wants to hang out last. I said I'm a last minute kind of person. I don't want to plan. Planning's like too much.
I have to plan because if I hang out, I have to shave my asshole.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not trying to get my asshole ate.
Okay, you don't even shave your asshole?
Well, I'm not. I don't want them in my pants.
Oh.
At all. This is my no-no square.
This is my no-no square. Oh.
And then, well, I mean, I work a 9 to 5. I don't really like texting during the week in general. Then this other guy, he also yelled at me because he was like, oh, I'm actually free this weekend. And I responded, wowee.
I have 10 minutes to double dash so that I also get a McDonald's cheeseburger.
Sure, and a Coke.
Oh, I got
McDonald's Coke. Yeah, but a McDonald's Coke.
I know. I've made a McDonald's Coke.
And then...
No, I'll just have chips for dinner. I'm gonna eat a whole bag of chips.
Then I responded, wowee. And he was like, are you really not getting what I'm putting down? And I was like... Yeah, he was like, you're so bad at this. And I was like, I'm really good at this. I'm actually amazing at Riz. You just don't see it.
Which one, guys?
That's the one I sent you screenshots of. That he was trying to hang out, and well, I told him like a few days ago I'm more of a last minute type of person. Like, I'll text you day of if I want to hang out.
Dude, look at my chair, dude. Dude, I have to get a new chair. I'm living in fucking squalor. My chair's falling apart, dude.
We can't see it on the YouTube stream.
Ah, fuck. Look at that.
You can understand why I'm emotionally abusive now? I'm not emotionally abusive.
You're definitely emotionally abusive.
I just want to. I want to hang out. If I want to hang out, I'm gonna text you on board. Let's hang out. I feel like that's better. Especially if you're not serious, you're not talking. Who cares?
I need to plan because I'm so sexy hot. They're gonna take my pants off. I just know it. Not that you're not sexy hot, but I know I'm sexy hot. If I hang out with a man, they're gonna take my pants off. So I need to prepare.
Listen, I think of it this way. If they block me based off of my behavior, then it's another man I don't have to talk to. Woo, woo. But then if they have some perseverance, then maybe.
If they work for it, it means something.
Exactly. If they work for it, it means they're in love.
Are we not adding the photo of Destiny to the small face?
No, it's so much fucking controversy. I'm not adding Destiny.
Hi, aren't these? Does Charlie Kirk have a sexual assault case?
No. He loves his wife.
We gotta get him one.
We gotta get him one? What? How the fuck would you pull that off? Don't answer that question.
No. He's born in 93? I thought he was way older than that.
Yeah, no, he's like 30. That was like a lot of memes online. They were saying he looks way older than he is.
Well, even just the way that he acts and stuff, I thought he was like in his 40s.
Yeah, but that's part of the meme. Like he really aged himself.
Yeah, being a fucking freak.
Let's do we want to continue talking about our weeks, or should we just dive right into this?
We can just dive right in. To be honest, it's 2 hours.
It's a 2-hour video. It's 1 hour 43 minutes. So this, I guess we should do a little introduction. So H3H3 finally did his content nuke on Hasan Piker, and if anyone remembers with H3H3, he did a content nuke before on Keemstar as well, and that kind of started his whole like. It didn't start his whole political thing, but it definitely, I felt like, contributed it in a way.
Hold on. A plane just crashed in Philadelphia, like on the fucking highway. Like
another plane? No.
Yeah, no joke. There's dashcam footage of it. It literally crashing like into the street. Like.
Is everyone dead?
I don't know. It literally just happened like an hour ago.
Plane crash video shows multiple fires. Oh, it's only 2 people on board this time, though.
Near Roosevelt Mall? Why? Like, the video of it blowing up is insane.
It said only 2 people were on the plane, though. Compared to 67, that's...
Hey,
I mean...
Yeah. But, like, the explosions are just crazy. Dude, I'm getting on a plane in 2 weeks! Scared. Oh, 6 dead. At least 6 dead. Multiple victims on the ground. Very did.
We're not going to talk anything like politics like that. We're going to talk about politics involved with streamers, though.
It's okay.
What?
Okay, let's watch this.
Oh, she went live. She's fine. I get her notification. Yeah. You ready?
I need you to full screen this before I.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I gotta do my.
Oh, okay. Content nuke. Are you excited?
Super excited. Tell me if you can like hear it. If everyone else can hear it in chat.
Chat, can you hear it?
If I should turn it up, down.
Few people cried. Most people were silent.
Oh my god, it's like a movie.
You know he's gonna put his fucking puss into this.
I look at this beginning. It's already fucking serving puss.
It's serving puss.
Vishnu takes on his multi-armed form.
Who is this guy? I'm scared.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
We think the Houthis and Allah is doing what the Houthis fucking bloodthirsty, violent pig dogs.
Okay, I wish I had a quick
Why
vote
am
for
I
this.
held accountable? God forbid you throw up the fucking green Hamas banner.
Happy birthday to
Dan Clancy's singing.
Happy birthday from Twitch, Hasan. Happy birthday from Twitch.
He's so dramatic. Look at him.
He is.
Why am I making this? Let's go. Oh my god, the old age.
Hi there.
Wait.
It's me, your old
Fucking Hasan in the background playing Marvel Rivals.
So funny. Did you see Ethan's new? He like shaved his beard and he's.
I think he looks really good, actually.
He looks so good with it.
Yeah, no, he's lost like 100 pounds and he looks really good. And then Babe Nation.
friend, Ethan Klein.
I just rewatched that video the other
We've
day.
last spoken.
Can
In
I
that
request
time, I've
subtitles?
had 3 kids.
Oh, what?
All boys.
Subtitles?
I've lost 100 pounds, and I've pissed off 75% of the internet. Probably a lot of you guys too. Actually, talking about there at the NRA meeting that's today in Texas. Someone should buy. Oh yeah, and I got a tattoo also, so I'm cool.
Hey, guys,
like that.
dog that died.
Left
Yeah.
or right, I always thought that, despite our differences, there was one thing we could all agree on. And what was that? That we love America. And everything.
Can you agree on that,
stands
Julie?
I'm not American.
Yeah, but can you agree that you love
Plenty to
America?
criticize
I
and
don't know if I
endless
love
things to improve, but I thought it was about making a more perfect union, not tearing it down.
We pause it? Or no?
Yeah. By the way, one of my bosses today said you could visit the office when you come.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they mean it?
Yeah. They said that there shouldn't be anything ITAR restrictions, and then I said, well, our legal team said there are, and then he said, no, the legal team's exaggerating. It's fine. So
I'm excited. Super excited.
I don't like how I pause it here, or would tell me when you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
Thing is, there's something kind of scary brewing in America. Communism.
That's America. That's America to me.
Who is that singer? Is
I
it just
started
supposed
the
to
show a
show?
couple of years ago with my acquaintance
I know, this was
Hasan
weird.
Piker. You might remember him from such classics as
Why does it keep
America
freezing?
deserved 9/11, dude.
Does it?
Fuck it. I'm saying it. Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry. Holy shit. That's not what I said. You dumb cracker bitch.
and
Oh,
of course the Leftovers podcast, which was our show, which we made broadly to goof on the antics of the right. Now, to be clear, I knew about all these edgy and controversial jokes at the time we made the show together, because who am I to judge?
There was Ethan Klein being a delightful human being.
I was just
wait,
gonna
when
say,
did
if
Ben
there was
Shapiro say that about Ethan Klein?
I love that.
another Holocaust, if they start rounding up the Jews again, I hope Ben gets killed.
Oh, that's why he talked about him.
He presents himself as someone like me, a left-leaning Democrat who supports basic things. And we went on making the show for about 2 years, and everything was good. Everyone was having fun, the audience was having fun, no problem. That was until this happened. We were doing our regular show, and for the first time I noticed an inordinate amount of radical, hardcore leftists. I mean, I thought we were social democrats, not whatever this was. I also
Hilo
I don't
looks good
hate the
there.
idea of like people who can be successful. I think it's good that people can achieve success in the term monetary success. I mean, that's what that means, right? I do. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Because I see so many people in the chat saying, no,
I don't know what y'all are tripping about. Like, what the fuck do you
what is the
I'll
idea
take-
that
Oh, the chat was freaking out because he's saying capitalism is good.
I like capitalism. I'm not
That was-
opposed either. I actually am a huge capitalist, but I think by this point, right, he had so many Hasan watchers that they were like flocking.
Yeah.
that
you
people
guys, like,
are
just-
looking for?
You guys are all like radical communists. There's that many radical.
Because
communists?
he
Suck at
regularly
that.
says he's a communist, right?
You're watching a capitalist pig. Deal with it. And then this happened. This comment from Hasan really started to sound some alarms in my head.
If you're in a socialist country with multiple parties and one of the parties is a capitalist party, which would surely exist.
Yeah.
What would you do if that party started gaining momentum?
The solution to that would always be education and offering more
re-education.
Re-education, certainly, yeah. There should be an enforcement mechanism, and in that enforcement mechanism,
I think the
like,
problem with Hasan, why like
which
so
would-
many people, I'm gonna keep pausing it because I feel like we have to pause and talk and commentate instead of just watch. But I feel like one of the major problems with Hasan is he just is so cocky the way he speaks. He is so like, this is a fact. I'm not wrong about this. And I think
he just moral like high grounds, moral like grandstands. He genuinely thinks he's better than everyone else because he's a fucking leftist. And it's like, it's actually.
But it's not just because he's a leftist. I just think that's his personality. I don't know why he does that.
It's probably part of his personality. I think being a leftist, like,
I think it's a part of how he grew up too. He grew up with this privileged family.
Yeah, he grew up rich as fuck. He always he always talks about like growing up in Turkey and how it was hard because like wouldn't get like the media right away like they do in America. And it's like, bitch, you grew up with like the richest fucking father in Turkey. Like,
I know. And then that's kind of everyone's joke too. He's still fucking so fucking rich. Like, and he is speaking about communism and for the people. And like, look at him. Like, donate all your money. Like,
for the people, why are you hoarding all that money?
well, exactly. Like, there's some liberals that people will make the same claim for, but he literally claims he's a communist. Like, he's like not just mega liberal. He is like share the wealth, everyone. You know.
Well, I mean, he probably has enough money
as well.
on like
Putting
nonprofits.
capitalists in re-education camps isn't disturbing enough. I started to notice that Hasan was carrying a lot of water for communist states' war crimes and genocides.
What do you call Crimea? I call it a part of Russian territory, bitch. That's what I call Crimea. I call it Crimea River, a Russian river. The annexation of Crimea is absolutely a justifiable annexation. Tibet was literally a fucking feudal slave mandate, like autonomous zone.
China did them a favor.
That was one. I mean,
also
in America, when I say
insane.
something like this, people get very upset. You know, we talk about the Dalai Lama saying "suck my tongue" or whatever, but like, that's not far from the norm in fucking normal Tibetan existence before the Communist Party came in and
China
so crazy.
Unilaterally took over Tibet,
like
these are their culture. They basically are trying to, you know, homogenize the culture.
If your culture,
they're trying to spoil the religion and the identity.
The part of feudal warlords and slavery, abolishing that, yes, I do think that is good.
No, China did them a favor.
This is a good way to describe Taiwan as well. The American federal government going into the fucking South and killing, unfortunately not all of them, but a decent amount of slavers and defenders of slavery. This is violent retribution from a powerful federal government that squashed, okay?
Tibet is the South in the Civil War?
Yes.
And most disturbingly, a complete whitewashing of the Chinese genocide against their Muslim minority group, the Uyghurs.
Don't they have Uyghur death camps? Is that?
It's not a death camp. They were re-education camps.
See, like how he's already like the fucking high ground. I know more than you.
Associated Press.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw this crazy documentary, and I don't know. I don't know the surrounding narrative or anything about it. But it was about.
He has to like preface with like he doesn't know.
There was doctors in the area. They would be able to.
I know how he speaks like it's factual. The other person's like, maybe this is wrong, but based off what I saw, this is what it was. And then he's like, no, that's incorrect.
Shen Yun,
he's talking like that. He doesn't want to
from a Uyghur. But why is that? Is that really that crazy?
The Associated Press quietly fucking wrote an article that didn't get a lot of coverage in mainstream media about how like, okay, well, you know, all the concentration camps have been closed now. Like all the re-education camps are closed now in fucking Xinjiang, and it's like very different vibes in Xinjiang. And now, you know, it's the tourism hour.
Let's see what the Associated Press actually had to say about this. These are all AP articles from the last 2 years. UK independent body reports China committed genocide in Xinjiang. China sanctioned a US research firm and 2 individuals over a report about the human rights violations in Xinjiang.
It's the tourism hour.
To China's fury, UN accuses Beijing of Uyghur rights abuses.
Tourism hour.
Uyghur County in China has the highest prison rate in the world. 1 in 25 people is in a Chinese prison.
That's
it's the
crazy.
tourism hour.
48 Uyghurs detained in Thailand for almost 11 years are on hunger strike to protest their imminent deportation to China, where they face imprisonment or execution.
Not only does this AP article seem not to exist, reading the AP proved Hasan has happily eaten up the Chinese propaganda on this and has regurgitated it to his mainstream audience.
Because,
Why
like,
is
you
he
would
defending
imagine
China's
that's not that hard to
genocide of their
research,
Muslim
especially
population?
isn't his
How
whole
does this
stream
even make
research?
sense? It only makes sense
Hasan?
if
I don't
he's
know if he
being
does
paid,
research.
or B, he has the political complexities of a
I think he
5-year-old.
just
I know
reads news
America
articles.
bad.
I know,
is
but
a
the
meme that people
news
laugh
articles
at
is part of his
online. But with
research.
Hasan, this does
Yeah, but
actually
probably
seem to
very
be the beginning
Yeah,
and
I
the end of
guess.
his analysis.
2 principles. Let me explain to you. 2 principles that you should keep with you, coming from a person who's Turkish, okay? When you look at a situation in the Middle East, you look at what the local government is and who the Western forces are. Never align with the Western forces. So when I look at other countries, I look at the regional actor, whoever the regional power player is, and then I look at who is backed by the Western superpowers. That's a principle that you could take home with you. If you want to actually be moral, or basic principle that you can take home with you, all of a sudden, magically, you are above on your foreign policy analysis. You're going to be better off than 90% of people that look at the situation.
After seeing all of this, I was already getting uncomfortable with our partnership.
I started to wonder if I had any idea who
Dude,
this
I
guy
kind of dressed like
actually is.
Hasan today.
And then-
That outfit right there.
This
We have breaking news out of Israel this morning where Hamas has launched a surprise attack within Israel's borders overnight.
After the shock of October 7th, I noticed a huge increase of anti-Semitic comments from Hasan's stream and Discord, including from his head mod. I was disturbed that Hasan was seemingly
Frogan's
okay
his
with
head mod, right?
Can you,
I guess
do
so.
you care that your chat is calling me racist? Do you make any attempt to modify?
I have not looked at my chat.
moderate that
I
at
have
all?
not looked at my chat at all, but you
I
have
just
to understand.
opened it, but don't you have moderators? Do you care at all about what your audience says about
Oh
me?
my god,
Thousands
even
of
like
people-
pausing, like it's seeing some of
Yeah,
them,
you
so they're like,
can
fuck
feel
Ethan,
like-
fuck Ethan, fuck Ethan.
Here
Like,
right now.
I'm just
like you could just probably like fucking keep
Trying to
pausing and like shit.
Yeah.
tell you guys how it feels. And I'm fucking shocked that you don't care that people in your chat are saying, who the fuck is this child, cold,
Ethan,
arrogant, mindless
Ethan,
fuck.
I love you, but there's
Don't you
only so
moderate?
much I
And
can
How
do.
can you be surprised when your Discord is literally full of fucking...
There's
Ethan, I
so
love you, but
much
there's only
Hasan
so
could
much
have
I
done
can
to
do if
make
you're
that.
making that argument. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Hassan's
where's
chat
the
had been
done
calling me a
something
Zionist.
What you can do too is you could just ban words. So like if Ethan's complaining, I would like pull him to the side and be like, hey, if this is really bothering you, let's think of some solutions. Like, should I ban the word Ethan from chat? Like, I would start going over a bunch of, I ban the word Zionist, ban the, like, a bunch of
Literally,
stuff.
if it was happening in the moment, like I literally would have just put my chat on emote only mode.
That too. That's a great point.
Like, there's so many things he could have done. He just
Mhm.
didn't care. He just it was a
Sub
great-
only, emote only. There's like tons.
Maybe it is unreasonable that I'm asking him to moderate his chat for a friend. He doesn't even know where I'm coming from because it's not something he would ever ask for.
And all these other content creators actually, you know, whipping their communities when their chat is going fucking absolutely bananas over random dumb shit and bringing my name up for no fucking reason. That you
Is he talking about
were just
Destiny here?
allowing that shit to run
I think
rampant in your
he's talking about like
chat.
XQC and all
And I
them,
thought
but
that was
Hasan's
fucked
really
up.
like the
Ethan,
biggest bitch
I
for that
love
shit.
you,
Why
but there's
don't you
only so
moderate?
much I can
And how
do,
can you-
especially as someone who thought we were fucking friends. I think that's a reasonable expectation for someone
No!
who you consider to be a
Oh my
friend.
god. I need
The
to message
problem
my
wasn't
team.
that he was
What?
Palestinian, because I share
You need a message too?
My fucking dasher.
Oh. Are they here? Should I wait? Should I pause?
There, I get a specific kind of baby wipe,
And they didn't get that.
and they're trying to get a different kind, and I can't do it because it's like scented. Like I can't do so. I don't want sensitive baby wipe.
Oh yeah, just tell them.
a lot of those views,
Yeah,
and
saying
I've
right
been a
now.
stalwart supporter of the Palestinian cause for many years. Problem with Hassan's coverage, and a lot of people like him, was their complete lack of empathy for the Jewish people who were frankly slaughtered by Hamas, he refused to show even a crumb of empathy for the Jewish victims.
But listen to what this guy has to say.
And as you might have seen, there was some sort of rave or desert party where they were having a great time until the resistance came in electrified hang gliders and took at least several dozen hipsters. But I'm sure they're doing very fine despite what the New York Post says. But nobody had seen this coming.
I mean, that's insane, right?
I don't even. Yeah. Okay. Like.
Okay.
I don't.
I'm just criticizing people. You don't have to comment if you're not comfortable about it.
I honestly felt at times that he and his audience barely thought of Israelis as humans.
But this dude just called babies militants.
No, I understand, and there are baby settlers as well. But there are.
Ethan, whenever he's like bald in his red eyes, he looked like he just walked out of a fucking camp, bro.
No, what the fuck? You can't say that.
He looks crazy.
He this was after I think Trisha Paytas, like he was doing that one podcast with her. I think, again, I might be wrong, but I think this was like right after they did some kind of costume where he shaved his head.
No, I don't think he was he doing Leftovers at the same time as...
No, I think it was like, but like directly. So one of the final episodes, he shaved his head for one of their costumes, I think. So, and then they switched over to this.
Was Frenemies going on the same time as Leftovers?
No, I think Frenemies was like right before. Leftovers was right after when Trisha Paytas walked out and there was all that drama. But one of the very last episodes was when he was straight bald. Like,
I see what you're saying. I don't know. He just looks like he looks sick right now.
So it looks like his hair is growing back like a little bit, you see. But I don't know if he continually shaved it after the one time.
Just called babies militants.
No, I understand, and there are baby settlers as well. But there are baby settlers as well. There are
baby settlers.
Part of running defense for Hamas is
fucking crazy.
playing
These babies are settling in my fucking country.
Which he's done a lot of.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't change
those
the
claims
dynamic
are
for me
fucking crazy.
even this much.
Yeah, that's insane.
So that's the other part of this problem that
Who
many
cares
people
if women were
can't
raped? It's
contend with.
insane.
Like the Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not like so good. They have magical
They're not
bullets.
perfect. They rape sometimes. We're not perfect.
Resistance is not perfect. They're not like so good. They have magical bullets. Is not perfect. Perfect.
Of course, if you compare the raw numbers, Gazans have lost a lot more than Israelis. 40,000 people have died, and neighborhoodly flattened during this war. And while we should keep their play at the top of our minds at all time, it also doesn't mean that...
It keeps, like, freezing and, like, skipping and then, like, fast-forwarding to, like, catch up. I might,
Watch it on your own?
Yeah, because it keeps freezing.
Then we're gonna have to plan the pause in together then.
That's okay. Just, whenever you pause it, I'll pause it.
Yeah, it's at 13:38.
H3, what's this? What,
Content Nuke Hasan Piker. And then 13:38, and then you can do a countdown if you want.
17:38. I'm like,
Hey.
hey, what's up, hello?
Sit your pretty ass down. When you pull in the dough. That feels right.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
3, 2, 1, go.
We should disregard the lives of the Jewish people who are also affected by this, even if their suffering on the whole is not as great. Some of you may know that I'm an Israeli dual citizen. My wife is Israeli, my kids are half Israeli, and my entire in-law is Israeli. I lived there for 5 years, and I grew a closeness with the country and its people. One of the biggest issues between me, Hasan, and his
He has
community
such a small nose
was
from the
that
front.
I am in
I don't
favor
know
of a
if it's
two-state
from
solution,
the side,
while they
but
are in
it
favor
looks tiny from the front.
of a one-state solution.
Looks like a little
Their
baby
theory
from the
is
front.
that after the October 7th attack, Israel should just dissolve its borders and let Hamas enter Israel unrestrained.
Borders.
What do you think Israel should have done in response to October 7th?
Instead of indiscriminately bombing Gaza, I think the first thing to do in that situation would be to dismantle the government in the way that it existed, like get Netanyahu out of power.
Okay. So you're
80
saying Israel in
85%.
response? Hold on, dude. You're saying in response to this terrorist attack, Israel should have dismantled their own government.
First set of actions would be to democratically take Netanyahu out of power. Yes.
The problem is that Israel's been at war with its neighbors for 70 plus years, and it makes a lot of sense that there'd be some distrust there. Is it really insane to think that Jews, as an ethnic minority in Israel, would not be safe? After all, Israel is a country of refugees. If the Jews didn't come from Europe after the Holocaust, they came from the surrounding Arab countries that expelled them in massive amounts following the 1948 war. In fact, there was more Jews displaced than Palestinians during the Nakba. 1 million Jews. All of these surrounding Arab countries had vibrant Jewish communities in huge number, hundreds of thousands. Now, if you look at them, you're looking at close to, if not literally, 0 Jews left in these countries.
Just to give you an idea, here's a visual representation of the Jewish refugees after 1948. Morocco had 265,000 Jews. Now it has 2,000. Algeria had 140,000.
This is crazy.
Now it has about 50.
We're getting history
Iraq had
lesson.
150,000 Jews.
I didn't know anything about this.
And I want to give a special shout out to my boy over in Afghanistan, one known Jew.
The
We
one
know him,
Jew.
We love him. He's the one Afghan Jew.
They were forced to leave their homes, their lives, their property.
I wonder how
and
accurate it
migrate
was.
to the only place in the world
I was gonna say it must
would
be accurate,
accept
but I don't know.
them, which was Israel.
It's
the
probably
irony
mostly.
of this whole situation is that
Even if it's not,
after
the
the
numbers aren't fully accurate.
1948 war,
Yeah.
when Israel won the war to declare its independence, the Arab countries got super anti-Semitic against their own Jewish citizenry that had nothing to do with Israel. And as a result, they kicked them all out, 1 million plus of them, and forced them to go the one place they hated the most, Israel. And now those same people that forced them out of their homes are telling them they don't belong there. So if the Jews of Israel are surrounded by Islamic militant terrorist groups that have stated their goal is to annihilate Israel as a Jewish state, and considering the historical context of Jews being pogromed from Arab countries, is it really that crazy for them to not feel safe as an ethnic minority, even a little bit?
And that's pretty much the entirety of our disagreement. Despite what you've read on TikTok and Twitter, I've donated $6,500 to a Palestinian charity after the war started.
Hey, Ethan Klein, thank you for the dono. Ethan Klein gave $6,500. My goat. Thank you, Ethan.
Condemned Netanyahu as a war criminal. They're led by Netanyahu, who should resign in disgrace and go to prison for being a war criminal. Called the West Bank settlements an abomination. Settlers in the West Bank are religious zealots. They're monsters. They're genocidal. I've even said the West Bank settlers are valid military targets.
When you talk about like colonial settlers and stuff, like that's what's actually happening.
It's kind of all
in the
stuff he
West
said
Bank
before,
right now.
too.
And these people
That's
are
what I mean.
more or less valid military targets, in my opinion.
But maybe this whole video will be just like a better put together, like, because he's been saying all this shit for a while, right? So.
That's it. That's why they're calling me a Nazi Zionist.
But like in
Because
like
of Hasan and
long
others
spans
spreading
of
this
different
malicious lie
content.
about my
so I'll
beliefs.
see.
I'm even getting harassed on the street.
So how come you don't like Palestine?
I remember this.
No, you don't.
He looked crazy in this. To be fair.
Was this
Ethan looks crazy?
Yeah. Look at him.
I thought he looked like he just thought that this, like, he looked like he was just fucking around. Like, he was like, is this guy serious right now?
I feel bad for you guys.
He just looks agitated, I should say. Which
I think the agitation comes from him chewing gum and he has fucking Tourette's or whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think that's like, I don't think he was actually angry. This guy looks like a rapist. It's crazy.
I'm tired of all these coward.
That's the guy that came up to Ethan is crazy. I would also.
And that said he looks like a rapist, dude.
You don't run your own country, bro. You don't run your own country. A foreign country named Israel runs your country. Oh my God, bro! I love you, Hasan.
No, this makes it so much worse.
I love you, bro. I have to interview you. You're my hero, bro. I love you, bro. You're the coolest guy in the world, bro. Hold on, I think I look gay in that one. Hold on.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
That's so awesome. I think I look gay in that one.
Wait, do it again. I look gay.
Thing about
I can't
me,
look gay for you.
I don't like terrorism.
That's so
I don't
awesome.
like terrorists. If they're Jews, Christians, Muslims, they're all bad. What is terrorism? It's intentionally targeting civilian population for political goals. I don't like it, none of it. And over time, I started to learn that my co-host, he really likes terrorists.
Yeah, this blew up everywhere.
They do musicals.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
this is
very
fucking
musical
nuts.
people.
And Nick looks so
Are you
uncomfortable.
being serious?
It's
Dog,
so
what do you-
crazy that he
look,
just put that
Nick,
on.
no, Nick is actually so goated for his response to all
This
this.
isn't a music video, Hasan.
Taking over these ships, they started targeting the ships.
Look at
On
him.
this helicopter right now?
Yes.
They're streaming this?
Yeah. Yeah. They're flexing.
What? And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand, this is a deterrent. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing
They're
what
actively
Luffy
taking
would do.
over.
You should tell him that.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization.
Do we like them or no?
I don't have an issue with them, let's just say. But they are a terrorist organization. Like they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
He's so goated for that.
Regardless, a pretty brilliant person
Insane. Hasan is insane.
in terms of like everything that he's done.
Then I saw clips like this where Hasan is explaining how he's hiding his power level to funnel in normies into radicalization.
I think that in the short term, in order to combat against that, you have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda.
The drawing, the art's like fucking drinks everywhere, cigarettes everywhere.
Get out of the way for places with more revolutionary potential to do what they would normally do. I think that, you know, one thing you have to do is advocate for a lighter form, while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond, you know, social democratic ideas.
I just wanted to put emphasis on the exact point of the so-called radicalization funnel, where, for example, Hasan and JT catch them while they're young, as they say, and then they start looking into this new idea, etc., and then move forwards through the funnel, get more and more informed, get more and more radicalized. Now, you do your part in the funnel for the cause, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You're doing, in my modest opinion, a great thing for the cause.
Now listen to Hasan during our very first conversation lie to me about how he's a social democrat to hide his power level.
We should move towards a Sweden-style economy or a Norway-style economy, which would be a social democracy. You have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda with robust social safety nets.
Called radicalization funnel, catch them while they're young, as they say.
Did you pause it or no?
Protections for workers,
Yeah, sure.
Wait, no, sorry. I'm at 22:28.
Oh, fuck. I was letting it play. That's fine. I'll go back. I wasn't paying attention.
Wait, no, I was letting it play as well, but now I just paused it because I thought you said you paused it.
Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Play.
Rate a lighter form, while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond social democratic ideas.
Hell, he's proclaimed it loudly that he is a self-described propagandist.
I'm a propagandist. Well, no.
For the record.
No, I'm not calling you that. I'm just saying. I'm going to.
Why would you admit you're spreading propaganda?
I'm saying I am.
I know
just want to play it.
A propagandist is much more than someone with a bias. It's someone who knowingly lies to further their political agenda.
And then I had a terrifying vision. Had I been duped? Was Hasan presenting a Trojan horse to my community, where he was just a left-leaning Democrat like myself, and as he said in the previous video, was funneling them into radicalization and turning them against me?
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet, dude.
I learned how much he hates liberals.
Dude, I hate liberals, dude. I hate them. I hate them so viciously.
Did he secretly despise me this whole time?
I'm sorry, dude. I hate liberals so much.
Did this man sit next to me for 2 years and pretend to be my friend?
Dude, liberals are a burden on this planet, dude. Liberals are the most, like, scummy, vile, fucking idiots. Liberals are incredibly stupid. I hate these petulant liberals, dumb fucking liberals.
What else is someone this sociopath?
Hey, wasn't that fucking what's his face? Brian Craxton?
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate.
Is he talking
people
shit?
on the fucking planet, dude.
Was I being manipulated this whole time?
Oh, Walter White?
That was my fear anyway. Regardless of his true beliefs, that broke my trust in him, and I pretty much ended the show immediately. And I felt guilty for my participation in mainstreaming Hasan. And for that, I apologize. I should have done more research, and I should have looked more deeply into who I was getting in bed with before they gave me chlamydia. Sorry, Hila. Over the past year since the show ended, I continue to watch Hasan platform, promote, and propagandize terrorist organizations. And every time it happened on Twitch, I would say, man, this time surely he went too far, and someone's got to do something. But as the time went on, nothing happened, and his views got more and more radical and more disturbing. I feel it's my obligation, after mainstreaming someone like Hasan, to take this on. And so it was war. Nuclear war.
I stand before you following the footsteps of intellectual giants.
One thing
as
we've been hearing
nothing
for weeks.
but a simple man.
Now,
A simple man who understands
Joe
right
Rogan.
from wrong.
Yeah.
I
You're an
sometimes
important,
that's all that
influential
matters.
voice to a lot of people.
I'm an idiot, I'm a dumb bimbo, I don't know what I'm talking about.
And there are some things
I've gotten numb to criticism like this. It's not. As a matter of fact, I seek it out now because I make content out of it. I think it's funny and fun.
And there are baby settlers.
I feel like that first part wasn't really.
He's giving context to people who haven't been keeping up with the drama.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen.
Especially like he posted on the H3H3 channel, so you know a lot of people don't
Thank
watch
you
his
to
like new
ExpressVPN
content.
for sponsoring this
Ah,
video.
fuck.
ExpressVPN
How
is an
dare
app that lets you change your location.
Trying to
Let's
get
see
money.
What you can do with this power.
So fucked
we
up.
could sign up for Netflix from a different country.
This
but why
guy
would you want
delivers
to
it
do
to the
that?
wrong
It was
door.
$14. It's now $3.66. Okay, but it even gets better than that. Netflix and all the streaming apps have different catalogs for
Well,
each
it's like
region. So let's say,
big
for
shit
example,
here.
I
I
want to
feel
watch
like
some Dragon Ball Z Broly, but it's not available in the USA. Psych! All you
Like, I
need
feel
to do
like
is
he hyped this
switch
the fuck up.
locations to Canada, refresh, and boom! That easy and fast. Dragon Ball Z time. I use these websites to help find whatever shows I'm looking for. You can type in the show you want, and it will show you which region to connect to. The amount of content I have access to is insane.
Won't the content
It's
change
super
the
easy to
language,
use.
though?
It's an app you connect to, and then
If you
pick
change the
which country
VPN,
you
for
wanna
example, when
connect
I was in
to. It's
Japan,
that
I was on
easy.
Netflix.
So what are
They
you
made me
waiting
watch
for? Go to
anime, but then they don't have any
expressvpn.com/h3h3
subtitles, so it's
for
just straight up
free
just in
months.
Japanese.
Or scan the QR code.
No.
Or go to the link in the description. Thank you so much to
So-
ExpressVPN. And now back to our program.
Couldn't that possibly happen if you switched to like another fucking
Meanwhile,
country?
at Twitch HQ, the marketing team is strategizing on a new advertising vertical.
My friends at Twitch headquarters, the executives, the influencers, Hasan, nice to see you, Frogan, front row. I am here to present to you an extraordinarily
Who's in
exciting
the background?
opportunity.
It was Hasan a
We have
bunch,
not
but-
tapped this market yet. Now, don't panic, okay? Because you're gonna want to panic when I tell you. But
This reminds me of
listen
old
and
H3H3.
Yeah.
Who's billions of dollars, eager to spend it, and what? People are too cowardly to reach out and take the money?
Not us.
Terrorism. Terrorism. Twitch is perfect. You could broadcast.
Could you imagine if Mole was like
18
on
to
the
35-year-old man.
freaking?
So here's what I'm
On
suggesting.
the front page.
Yeah.
Hasan
I
Piker.
really think you'll like. That'd be so
Yeah, we'll get
awesome.
drinks after the show. No, you.
That's
such a scary
evil.
guy. No, you. Give it up for Hasan Piker, everybody. Happy birthday, buddy. This dude can package anti-Semitism and anti-Americanism like nobody else. In fact, you guys got him on the front page. And he's doing terrorism for free. Basically, gentlemen and gentle ladies, Frogan, you look good today, girl.
Bait?
Girl, you look good. Great job on that Arab tier list.
Bait?
Based?
That was good. How much we get for that? Yo, you got 10 million from Qatar for that? That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Twitch. Here's the thing, with help from people like Hasan, terrorism is like
Nick is
in
just
the
like the
eyes of the
fucking.
beholder, right? They're not terrorists.
That's so
they're-
fucked up.
Go ahead. Go ahead. He knows. Freedom fighters, guys. We are fighting for freedom. What about the rapes and the murders? Don't mention that. What's wrong with you? And another one. The resistance isn't
not
perfect. Right?
Okay, I'm describing my
Go crack
feelings.
some
Don't
eggs,
pause.
Okay.
man. Hasan, you know Socialism didn't buy you that car.
If I knew that this is what communism would be in 2024, I wouldn't have bothered with this shit. Really. Of course, is the symbol of the capitalist excess. What the fuck is he thinking? You guys actually believe this idiot is a socialist? Forget a religion. Hasan is the opiate of the masses. Straight to the gulag before anyone subs to this idiot.
Or that designer dog?
This breed's stunning fluffy coat comes with a price. Chow Chows shed all year.
Very cute, by the way, but those are expensive. The point is, we have the biggest political streamer on our platform that is influencing media and influencing young kids everywhere. If we can normalize terrorism, if we could rebrand it, then fuck the U.S. Navy. You know how much those guys don't pay shit. You see the army ads on Twitch?
So he just made fun of pretty much what we were talking about earlier. He claims he's a socialist and all this, but then is buying a Porsche. He has a designer dog.
They're paying more.
Like he's living very high for.
Love anime,
That
right?
fucking dog, like that's a huge dog. He never takes that dog out. Like he streams for like 8 hours a day, and the dog's just like laying in the background the entire fucking.
You're the
time.
fucking man.
I don't know about Chow Chow's energy level.
Happy birthday again, man.
He might hire someone.
We got a big party for you after.
He also works out like crazy. I'm sure he actually takes the
got a big
dog.
party
He
and
probably
cake
takes it
and
on a
everything
long
for you
ass
after in the
walk.
back. Prostitutes
I hope
too.
so.
Don't tell anyone. That's part of the past.
If he spends 2 hours getting jacked, like how he gets jacked, you better take the dog on an hour walk at least a day.
Who are you kidding? This guy's a fucking terrorist.
Big walk for doggy.
He literally tweeting out almost to kill Jews
It's
and
so
put their
cold
heads
outside
on
that my
spikes.
Coca-Cola is like
somehow-
actually.
Not somehow, because of his genius.
Oh,
We have
fuck.
rebranded the Houthi fucking pirates, the Houthi terrorist organization. Yeah, the Islamic fundamentalists. Death to America. Curse upon the Jews. That's right.
Is this
That's
whole
the
like
Jolly
section
Roger
of the
this man here?
video gonna be
None
just
other
like this?
than Monkey D. Luffy. So let's get out there, guys. And let's make 2025 our biggest year, guys.
no,
Come on,
that's
guys.
not weird.
The
I feel like this is
resistance isn't perfect.
weird.
The resistance isn't perfect.
No, this is like kind of how he's doing his old
If you want to
content.
know where on
He's
the
making fun of
political
it.
spectrum Hasan sits,
Like, look at this
take a
shit.
look
Happy
at a
birthday,
recent
Hasan. It was
media
fucking-
analysis by Ad Fonte, which rated Hasan as the most extreme
media
left-wing,
bias chart.
untrustworthy media source
That's
on
so
the
funny.
internet. And to give you an idea, he is opposite of InfoWars. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Hasan loves all terrorists, but what I will say is that there isn't many he don't like. Let's start with our good friend Luffy here and his organization, the Houthis. And yes, this
I've
is
seen
what
like
it looks
all of
like.
this
They are
shit though
hiling
when
Hitler.
he went over
The
this.
Houthis are an Islamic military group. They're known for their cruel measures, forcibly recruiting child soldiers, shelling civilian areas, and blocking food from entering already famine-ruined parts of Yemen. They've also set up landmines in agricultural spots, making the fields virtually worthless. Women have virtually no rights, and homosexuality, of course, is punishable by
Fucking
death.
cares about
That
them?
lines up with leftist values.
Cares about the
Now, just
women?
how little
We
rights
never care about
do
the women.
in the Houthis' Yemen
Women don't
have?
matter.
Well, according to this, there's been 1,181 violations committed by Houthi rebels against women, including torture, rape, and murder. So, not
So
great.
fucked.
The Houthis have a very wholesome flag, as you can see here. It says, translated, Allah Akbar, death to America, death to Israel, and a curse upon the Jews. And that's all of them, not just the ones in Israel. And of course, victory to Islam. I get amused when these terrorists are like, we hate Jews. We want to kill Jews. And then people like Hasan are like, you're fucking racist for saying that they just want to kill Jews and that they're terrorists, man.
What you meant to say is Hezbollah is Muslim.
You're not thinking deep enough about this topic.
My criticism of the Houthis' slogan do not factor in to what they are
Did he say
doing.
microaggressions?
Of course, it's anti-Semitic, but contextualizing
Yeah.
matters. Yeah, it's really interesting.
Death
because,
to Jews
that
is a
such Western
microaggression?
focused propaganda. Like for a Palestinian to arrive at anti-Semitic opinions,
Or curse to the Jews?
Okay, they don't need to
Death to
read
Israel,
Mein
curse to the
Kampf.
Jews.
I wish I got a McDonald's.
Oh, I
burger.
almost forgot the
is
most
so
fun
cute.
one. They brought back
You should.
slavery.
We think the Houthis, inshallah, is doing what Luffy would do.
That lines up with leftist values. All right, so these guys are clearly the bad guys. So my question is, how does Hasan cover such a genocidal, violent, misogynistic, homophobic, terroristic organization?
Oh, you want to see a Houthi musical?
Sure.
These were the people that the Saudis were killing, by the way. Just so you know, these fucking musically gifted individuals.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I need the money, guys.
I'm gonna grab my food.
I'm
Nick is so good with these fucking bits.
This is so insane.
They're so funny. I miss seeing these.
That's right,
It's
my
just
friend.
like, what
Hasan
the
just
fuck?
played straight up terrorist propaganda without even being there to analyze it. Surely this must be against
He's
terms
like
of service.
fucking like
Twitch does
dying.
not allow content that depicts, glorifies, encourages, or supports terrorism or violent extremist actors. For example, displaying or linking terrorist or extremist propaganda even for the purpose of denouncing such content. Denouncing? Okay, but what's the rule for endorsing it? Is that okay? The answer is yes, as Hasan was never punished for this blatant violation of Twitch community guidelines. Got it. So denouncing terrorism is bad. Don't do that. Endorsing terrorism is good.
That's so
okay,
crazy.
got
You
it,
can put your
Twitch.
banner in.
Yeah. Or not even, maybe behind the scenes you got a warning, but it's not public.
Can you explain this? This is a 3-minute video of. What do you mean a music video? When you said music video, I'm expecting like bad example, Chris Brown dancing. You know.
No. They do like they do
this?
musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
This isn't music. I know they're singing, but I'm seeing this guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
No, it is. They do musicals about like their fucking like their actions all the time.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I've got this. Instead of terrorist propaganda, let's call it musicals.
They do musicals.
Instead of violent jihadists,
I love how much work you put into the background.
musically talented people.
They're
What?
very musical people.
Are you
Crazy
being
that he's calling it
serious?
a musical.
Guys,
I
let's
know.
just use our brains.
I think he knows these. Like he definitely knows these.
He definitely knows it's propaganda. That's why it's so fucking crazy. Like anyone like could spot it's propaganda
Well,
from like
listen,
a
you
mile
wanna fucking
away.
Bring a ship through here, we're gonna take it. So that's exactly what the Houthis start doing.
His
They start
face.
fucking sending in helicopters
so concerned.
onto fucking ships.
Fuck, am I covering this? I just
Fucking-
realized.
Look at this. They
I think I
have
might
a,
be
they got a
covering it.
Palestinian flag
Whatever.
that they painted under the helicopter with the Yemen flag. They fucking overtake.
Okay, well, I
They
just
start
noticed.
overtaking the
Moving it.
ships. And they're like, guess what, dog? No more trade to Israel. If you are sending ships into Israel, if you are owned by an Israeli subsidiary, if you're owned by an Israeli corporation, we're going to take over your ship. You cannot fucking use this trade route anymore. Guess what, bitch? It's our fucking territorial boundary.
His
and
face
we're
is
gonna
like,
enforce
none of this is
until
making sense.
You stop doing genocide in Gaza.
So let's review his claims. His first claim is that the boat is headed for Israel. It's not. It's going from Turkey to India. Next claim is that it's owned by an Israeli company. It's not. It's being chartered by a Japanese company, and the boat's owners are registered in the Isle of Man. I'd like to remind everybody that the crew that's kidnapped in this video has been missing for over a year now with zero updates on their health, whereabouts, or anything. That lines up with leftist values. Hasan's third claim is that this attack happened in their territorial waters, which is also a lie. It happened in international waters. Hasan is lying for the Houthis like he's being paid. And honestly, at this point, is he?
I'm a
So fucked.
Well, no,
For the record.
No, I'm not calling
I'm
it
a
that. I'm just
propaganda.
This is like a hostile. They're streaming this.
Yeah. Yeah. They're flexing.
What? And
But-
they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand, this is a deterrent. Israeli society is going to start getting upset. They're going to be like, I can't get my treats. I can't get my Amazon Prime deliveries. What the fuck is going on? I hate this. Israel sucks. I'm leaving Israel. That's the goal.
I find it
That's the
disturbing
goal.
that Hasan thinks that a slowdown of imports is going to cause Jews to flee Israel. 80% of Israelis were born there and do not have citizenship anywhere else. So where do you want them to go, Hasan? Back to Poland or back to the Arab countries they were forced out of?
Israel sucks. I'm leaving Israel. That's the goal.
By telling the Jews of
Let's
Israel to
go.
go back where they came from, Hasan attempts to deny Jewish heritage in the Middle East.
Yeah,
He
where the fuck are they
characterizes them
supposed to
not
go?
as indigenous,
Yeah,
but
that
as
was a
white
big argument that I
colonizers.
saw, and
This
it's like,
is despite the fact that
it's really,
60% of
I mean,
Jews
it's
in
a
Israel
good
are
argument.
actually
Like,
native
I don't
to the
expect
Middle
where
East.
This is wild.
they expect to
these
kick all.
guys did all of
No
this,
country
right?
also wants
They did
that
all
many
of this.
immigrants. So
Is that
like,
their helicopter?
it's a lose-lose
That looks like a
situation.
legit helicopter.
It is a legit
Yeah.
helicopter.
This is wild.
So they take it over. They take it over. They take it over. And they tell the people in the ship, usually like mostly Filipino people, Filipino crews,
Oh.
And they're like, all right, well, you know, we got no problems with you, you know, but you're coming with us. We're taking over the ship.
What an incredible way to characterize having a gun in your face. Hasan is asking us not to believe our own eyes as we watch terrorists hostilely kidnap the crew.
We got no problems with you, you know, but you're coming with us. We're taking over the ship.
And once again, the crew is still MIA for over a year, prisoners to a terrorist organization. But don't worry, guys. Hasan says they have no problem with them.
They're like, all right, well, you know, we got no problems with you, you know, but you're coming with us.
This is another thing about, I guess, earlier with Hasan and H3H3 about, like, him not moderating his chat. If you were really upset with my chat, I would end stream. Like, he doesn't need to stream that day. He's fucking filthy rich. I would end streaming while we would settle this, like, if he actually considered him like a friend and like respected him.
I'm seeing these guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
This is insane. I gotta not. This is weird editing.
I like the editing. Again, it reminds me of old H3H3.
Really appreciated being fed terrorist propaganda on camera. Let's see what he had to say.
Because hell, even a couple days ago, I was hanging out with my buddy Hasan, and this guy unironically put a terrorist propaganda music video on, and then left the room.
Left the room.
Yeah, and I was just like, and the thing is, like, in hindsight, it's hilarious, you know. But at the same time, I'm like, what is going on here? This is wild to me.
Yeah.
But like, I just, and like, he was like, yo, they're such great dancers. Look how good.
Oh my god.
I was like, okay. Wait, is that how it works? If you watch like a politics TikTok, you get recommended Hasan right after? Is that how it works? Bro, he's all over this page. That's crazy. Click it. Dude, Hasan be saying some wild stuff, man. So I don't know if we can.
Here's another incident of Hasan enjoying some Houthi propaganda.
I don't get why he's such a diehard for these Houthis.
They're Palestinians, I guess.
No, Houthis are not Palestinians. Are you saying because of the Palestinians?
How can they not agree with the Houthis when this is the kind of music video that they're coming out with? They got a beautiful voice too. Yeah, Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude. The fucking mixtape.
I thought they were just fighting. I thought they were Islam and fighting the Palestinians.
You say that Jews don't.
Or that they were using that to like annex Jews or whatever.
Maybe. I have no idea.
Oh my god! I'm so glad he pulled this video up. This is my favorite video.
What is this?
This is my favorite fucking video. It's a bunch of Jewish kids.
What the fuck you stepping on?
They go fucking crazy in this.
Like they all got their yarmulkes.
Yeah, Israel been real quiet since this dropped.
What did I say? Islam? I meant Iran. Okay, the real video is way better. They fucking kill this. Julie, I gotta show you this after.
Look at that.
You got a beautiful voice too. Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude.
Dude, they fucking hit this shit. Look at them.
Been real quiet since this dropped, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The editing's terrible, but the original video goes crazy. I think he's doing it so he doesn't get like copyright striked.
Houthis been real quiet since this dropped, dude.
Because he went over this video like 800 times with his
Now
team.
we come to
So I think they probably told him how to get around the copyright
TikTok
stuff.
twink. This hairless young man is the.
Do you think he looks like Timothy Chalamet? I never really got that comparison.
And all the
This
boys
guy?
and girls
Yeah.
on TikTok. He's cute. He's got a mustache. He's a freedom fighter.
Almost like
beautiful eyes. They call him
Timothy
Tim
Chalamet and like
Houthi
Orlando
Chalamet.
Bloom like men.
He's a Houthi.
See, like I saw the comparison with the pictures, but then I saw the interview and I was like, this guy looks nothing like those pictures.
Me. Of course, I'm about to have a. I'm a journalist.
probably edits
Okay,
those
this is journalism.
He must.
It's so weird.
'Cause did
It's
you
so
see him
weird.
in the
Motherfuckers
interview
want
with him?
journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism,
He's the
they go,
guy on the
"Why are you
top.
doing that?
At first I thought he was
Bro,
the guy on the
you
bottom,
man.
but
I think it would be ridiculous to do
Well, it's
that.
also camera
Hasan
angles
now
and
has
stuff.
Yeah,
the
he's, like, looking
opportunity
like this.
to express his journalistic chops, to get his boots on the ground and show us just how good of a reporter he can be.
I'm doing journalism, chat. Does he know what One Piece is?
See the guy on the top?
He was a kid.
Yeah, I think it's just a camera angle. I think he probably still looks like his photos in person.
We love you too, man. Big time. Yeah.
I love you. I love you so much.
We're big fans of the Yemeni music videos. You can tell them that. I want to ask him about the
Oh,
knives.
Yemen.
The knives are
Who these are
sick.
Yemen,
What's up with the
huh?
Knives? You know, the curved knives.
If one of those knives comes out in front of
Who
you,
these
it's
are
not
Yemen?
going back until it has blood on it.
Oh, okay. My bad. Well, I mean, I think it's cool, though. That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
The crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them.
I think I was referencing the Houthis flag. Didn't the last one say
That's so funny. I'm a journalist. Okay.
like long
This is
live Iran or whatever?
It's so weird. It's so weird.
I have no
Motherfuckers
idea.
want journalism,
I have to
and when
look
I'm
it up.
trying to do journalism, they go,
The
"Why
Hamas
are you
flag?
doing that? What do you mean?"
Was it
just
Hamas or
chilling.
Houthis?
We're
I thought
just
he was showing the
having a-
Houthis flag.
We're just vibing. Yeah.
I think the Hamas
vibing.
one
We're
had
vibing
like the
big
death
time.
to Israel.
Hassan uncritically interviewed
Oh.
this kid for
Oh.
about
Their
an
flag
hour.
was just
It
like
was
their
the
official
most
flag.
brazen
But I think they, like,
display
used
of
Palestinian,
disgusting terrorist
shit
propaganda
as, like, an
that I have
Yeah.
maybe ever seen in Western media.
What has happened to? Does he know what has happened to any of the crews? Like I heard they.
Hassan almost asked a good question, but it's actually leading to the most obscene part of this interview.
He's saying he hasn't spent much time with Chinese people, but one of the captain was Chinese, and he did cloth with them, and he danced some music with them, and he was vibing. So he likes him, yeah.
So I mean, what? That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
Ask yourself, why is he able to hang out with the captain and the crew of this pirated ship? Why would he even have access to that? Hasan knows why. Of course, he is a Houthi terrorist. Instead of challenging him and demanding more details about these kidnapped and missing people, he just runs defense for this guy, acting like he doesn't know why that would even happen.
He's saying that they win over the crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the U.S. government.
That's so funny.
It is super funny.
How's that funny though? I don't get his logic. Like he's so like anti-America and it's okay with rhetoric, but then he like lives in America. I don't get people who talk like that but still live here.
Disregard for the well-being of the literal hostages is shocking.
Because he doesn't
even
actually
for
hate
somebody
America.
that
I know he
loves
doesn't.
terror.
Clearly, he doesn't hate anything. He doesn't hate capitalism. He doesn't hate America. Like, but he still like wants to go crazy with it everywhere online.
If he chills, if he grifts like this, he gets money.
Oh, they do have KFC in Yemen?
He has more money to his current money.
Okay, that's sick.
Is there a KFC in Yemen? No way, dude!
Yeah, it is Yemen. Okay. These are Yemen, but I need to relook at the flags.
There's a KFC in Yemen!
Yeah, asking if there's a KFC in Yemen and then freaking out that there is actually crazy.
Does he watch?
See, old H3H3 with the cough right there.
He's been
The
watching
cringe
it since he was a
content.
kid.
No way!
Yeah.
Sick. Yes. Yes. That's fire.
That's
so
fire.
Oh my God. We think the Houthis on
Do you think
Sarawak is
Hasan
doing,
wanted to fuck
what
this
Luffy
kid?
would do. You should tell him that.
You guys all remember Luffy's flag, right? Now, I'm only halfway through that show, so maybe I just haven't come to it yet. But I do not remember Luffy's flag looking like this. Predictably, there was some blowback after this interview, and Hasan went immediately into damage control to rewrite history.
He said that he was just simply a Yemeni person and not a Houthi. Yeah, I mean, we don't even know if he's a Houthi or not. He's a teenager in Yemen. The dude is neither a Houthi, nor a terrorist, nor a pirate, is not a Houthi rebel. They didn't fucking call him a Houthi either. You want to know why? Because he's not one. He's not a Houthi himself. He's not a pirate, but... You know, I don't think he's not a pirate. He has reiterated the position that he is not a Houthi. Trust me, bro, I'm not Houthi. Be for real. You sucked him off the entire stream. Not even a Houthi militant or anything like that. When I interviewed the dude who they
I started
to this day
noticing
call a
that
Houthi
through this
terrorist.
video.
Tim Houthi's not even a fucking Houthi.
Especially his fucking neckwear.
He's not. No, he was just some fucking Yemeni TikToker. Random fucking Yemeni teenager.
Destiny?
Didn't you brand it
Oh, it
as
is.
him being a Houthi interview though? Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream?
Yeah, that
Yes,
debate with
brother.
Destiny and
What do you
Finkelstein is
mean?
fucking
All right, let's just
It's good?
take Hassan's word for it and assume
It's really
okay,
funny.
this
The
kid is
Finkelstein
not
guy keeps
a
calling
Houthi rebel. He's just some ordinary
He keeps calling Destiny like
Yemen
his name is
teenager.
Stephen Vanel.
Let's
so
go
he keeps
ahead and
messing
take
up
a
the
look at
Vanel,
his
so he's like,
social
Mr.
media
Borelli,
and see if
Mr.
that lines
Borelli.
up.
All right, let's see here.
That's like when I started liking that one interview, even though he was an idiot. Jordan Peterson, I think that's his name.
Maybe he's talking about football.
Amazing. I started loving him at the
what
end.
we are waiting for, son of a Jew.
Are you a racist?
Houthi is a title. And it's
Amazing.
not something to fear, but for the Jews. They are very afraid of this title. The execution we will carry out on all Zionists
Jesse Lee
with the
Peterson?
lovely depiction of a man
Yes, that's what I am.
impaled through his
Amazing.
asshole and out of his mouth
Is,
with a pike. Or, how Hasan likes to say it, a pike for a cut.
He did a video with Jordan Peterson. It's funny too, 'cause Jordan
Okay, why
Peterson's
would he
like a
retweet
visible
this
fuck.
article called Houthis use social media to boost
The one
global
who
promotes
goes
and support?
amazing.
Israel falls.
I don't
Wait for
remember
the
which one that
operation
was.
Tel Aviv, the Jaffa drone, which no Israeli defense can stop. The ships we bombed and sank. I know the red arrow is supposed to be a cool military Hamas thing. This is a butt plug. Just saying. To every Zionist, I will put this
Or a
into your
dreidel.
stomach.
Kinda looks
And
like a
let me
dreidel.
state the obvious. Jew and Zionist is clearly interchangeable to this guy. Okay, but hating Jews doesn't make you a Houthi. Are you a soldier? Yes. Well, that seems pretty definitive. You know what makes you a Houthi? Being a Houthi. At least one of the two of them is being honest about it.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. Yes. That's fire. And that's so fire. Oh my god. We think the Houthis is doing what Luffy would do. They're tweeting an image of a Jewish person on a pike. I don't understand why this problem can't be approached with nuance. Because he is a teenager in Yemen, dude.
Talk about the bigotry of low expectations.
His
He's
dog
a
is so
kid in Yemen,
cute.
dude. What do you expect? Of course he's going to want to put a pike through a Jew's asshole and through his mouth. That's just what kids in Yemen are like, man.
And also, what do you mean? It's just a person on a pike. There's no Jewish person on a pike on that photo, unless I saw something different.
Hasan claims this isn't even a Jewish person on the pike.
That's crazy.
How
He's like,
exactly
"Oh,
is a
my God."
naked piked person supposed to look like a Jew for you, Hasan? You know what? You're right. Let me make it a little clearer for you. First, he needs a bigger nose, right, Hasan? Of course, he needs a yarmulke, the curly things. Oh, look, Hasan. He dropped his dreidel. He must be Jewish for sure. Or, you know, you could just read what he wrote, you dumbass, liar, terrorist-loving propagandist.
Fucking
piece of
crazy
shit.
ass.
This is why this entire conversation is fucking idiotic. It's not a Jewish person. He said, this is, I think if we're, why am I held accountable for some random fucking 19-year-old in Yemen's tweet? What
He
is
needs to
happening?
cool it with the
How many
jewelry,
steps
dude.
removed are we from this situation?
I know, he looks like an idiot.
Zero?
It looks like he's
You
like trying to
platformed
be
him.
up
Do you
like
not
one of those
remember?
e-boys,
Did the
but
check
he's
not
literally
clear or
35.
something? When faced with fair
And he just
criticism
doesn't
for his
fit the
coverage
e-boy
of
look.
The Houthi Luffy, he has a total
He's supposed to
meltdown.
be like a lumberjack.
fucking
like,
despise
Yeah, he needs
all of
to
you,
embrace
dude.
the lumberjack.
I really
Wear
do.
like
I
a
hate
plaid
all of you.
shirt.
You successfully got me to talk about this, and my patience is running thin on this matter. The endless
all those bins like
selfishness,
stacked in the background is so disgusting.
the untapped well
What
of
is it?
American selfishness and American individualism is in full display.
Zen?
How is this the conversation that you want to have right now?
One of the most cynical methods Hasan
I'm still waiting for
deploys
the
to
content
sidestep
Nuke part.
any
Like, where's like the
criticism
bomb
is to
drop?
deflect to the ongoing
I think this,
genocide in Gaza.
everything he's already
I've seen
said
him
is
do
the
this so
bomb
many
drop. I
times.
think it's
He
just
frames
like
it like you are selfish.
everything
trying to
we've
criticize
seen over the
him,
weeks, but
no
we've
matter
been
what the
keeping up with the
reason
drama.
because
This
there's
is the
a
bomb
genocide
drop.
happening, man. How can
It
you
seems.
criticize me at a time like this?
Because he's
Claiming
just
that
going over
I
stuff that
am,
we've
you
all
know,
seen already, right?
Too pro
Yeah, but I want more.
Houthi. When someone is like,
I just think he did it in a
focused on
more
that,
like
there's an
professional
active fucking
way,
ethnic
so
cleansing
people can
campaign
actually
happening.
intake
He
the
also
information.
apparently thinks Twitch is liable for
Yeah.
me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life. In the middle of fucking talking about
Oh, genocide
fucking
is
genocide in Gaza, and this dumb fuck, blow your nose, brother. Love you, not trying to be mean. Just keep some tissue nearby and clear it
Yeah,
out.
Hasan was
occasionally
at the
when needed.
DNC,
Much
but then he
love.
got kicked out.
Fuck you, dude.
Why did he get
My
kicked out
argument
again?
Sucks.
I
You
think
it
'cause he was saying that
justifies
Democrats
genocide? What are you
were-
Yeah,
fucking
didn't care
doing?
about
Everything that can be tangentially turned
House
into
then.
like
I
Jewish
remember that.
people are under attack is a decent way to just like drive discourse away from open genocide in Gaza. If your sole focus when Israel is doing a
I don't think the Democrats are going to want to align with any
Gaza,
streamers
your
after
sole
all this
focus
shit.
revolves around
Wait, the fucking
that
Destiny
people
and now
are saying
fucking
you're a
Hasan.
Zionist. Yeah, go fucking yell at
Dude, Destiny
streamers
was
for not
fucking
covering
interviewing all the
sufficiently
DNC campus.
the
Like, you can't do
ongoing
that shit.
active
You
genocide
can't
in
at all.
Gaza.
No,
Coming
DNC is
here
not
and
going to
fucking
fucking
turning
do
it
that.
It's quite a charge to just say I'm a stenographer for the Israeli government or I'm a propagandist. I don't think
Unless he
there's any
somehow
evidence
runs
either of those
scot-free
things.
after this
Curious.
and nothing
Who do you
happens and
think
it doesn't
I'm
blow up
for?
anymore.
Conversation
I mean, it's going to be in court
3,000
forever. Like, you're going to be able to research it forever attached to his name. But
He dead.
she could take a plea deal. Or he could take a plea deal maybe, or fucking pay them off.
This is an incredibly
Well, he's like so much richer. Like he could probably just fucking like
out-lawyer her.
So powerful because
Well, I haven't looked at her whole thing as of late, but maybe I'll
decades of
relook it up.
experience immediately surrenders
She
when the
raised like
genocide
30
card
grand or
is pulled.
something. But
when you're
he's
just a
got millions.
fucking
30 grand, not
stenographer.
gonna go.
You're not a truth teller.
He has every right to defend himself. And grow a pair, Pierce. Stand up for yourself, man. It's time to stop being intimidated by these online overnight activists who couldn't even point to Gaza on a map before October 7th. Like Hasan, for example.
Doesn't know where Yemen is. Okay, I'm gonna click close. I'm closing it. I'm closing it. I think nope.
It's crazy.
Nope.
That's actually
Nope.
fucking
Nope.
insane.
Got it.
Isn't he from? Is he not from Turkey?
About this genocide when you're willing to so
he grew up in Turkey.
He grew up in Turkey, but wouldn't you know the surrounding countries if you grew up in that nation? Like Europeans know all of Europe, for example.
Especially for someone who's fucking so in the Israel Palestine.
This
Yeah.
kid is like, I think he was like 19 at the time when I talked to him. Which means that for
Like
most of
the
his
U.S.,
life,
most
he
of us
has
know
withstood
where all our
genocide,
states
right?
are.
Like he's
And like Europe, they know where all their fucking all the other European states. Because a lot of times they visit.
Anne
A lot of
Frank,
times.
basically. Okay, being able to talk to Anne Frank.
I feel like when I visit a
in
country, it's
real
easier to
time.
point to it on a
Anne
map.
Frank,
Like, I
keep
think
my
that's pretty
ideals
obvious.
because in spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart. Anne Frank continues to inspire generations of people because in the face
How
of
young
the
was she when
genocide that
she got
eventually
killed?
took her and her entire family's life, except for her
No
dad,
clue.
she
I'm gonna
refused
assume
to give
younger
in to
than
hate, malice, and
She
violence.
looks young as shit.
And
She
then
was like 11.
there's this guy who would have killed
How old
Anne
was
Frank
young?
if he ever met her.
How old was young Frank?
You might think this is a sweet,
Crazy rap
innocent
name.
girl.
Young Frank.
Young
Well,
Frank.
I'm happy to tell you guys we are working on a new edition just for you, Hasan. You should hear about the time she went roaming the streets of Berlin.
That's
at
crazy.
night with
He
a knife,
compared the Houthi to
slitting
Anne
the
Frank.
throats
Yeah.
of families, including children,
She died at
babies, and the elderly.
16.
She's killed children, you guys.
But
She
she
even raped people.
wrote her
She's
diary
just
from like 13
Lucy.
to.
There is no other way to describe this than terrorist propaganda. Not only is he platforming terrorist propaganda, right, uncritically, he's participating in it. He's enhancing.
Dude, he's got that
He is not
TikTok
just
brain
a
behind as
conduit.
well. Look at
He
the
is an
fucking
active
Minecraft shit.
participant who's disseminating
So
it
base.
to more and more people in a way more consumable form. This is extremely.
Did you ever try that
fucked
study
up.
thing I sent
but
you?
why should he care? Their flag doesn't say
I
"Death
don't
to
think
fucking
so.
Turks." It says "Curse upon the Jews."
I'll
Hassan likes
talk
to
about it later.
obfuscate on this and says nobody cares when Sean Penn.
I think I need to
interviewed
read the
El
diary of
Chapo.
Anne
John
Frank.
Penn literally interviewed El
Why?
Chapo. Exactly, dude.
Might make me a
Nobody
nicer
is saying
person.
you can't have difficult conversations with controversial people. You just have to ask them hard questions, guys. We know this. Now let's move on to everybody's favorite terrorist organization, our friends in the north. It's
H3H3 had like
Where do
quite
I
the
even
glow up.
begin? Thousands of civilians have been killed globally from their
Well,
terrorist
I think he was always
acts, car
handsome.
bombs,
He
and
just got really
suicide
fucking
attacks.
fat.
They even assassinated the Lebanese.
You thought he was
prime
handsome?
minister.
Even
If
I guess he was
hijacked
handsome
civilian
in his youth, but I
airplanes,
never
they've
thought
shot
he was crazy
15,000
handsome.
rockets into civilian centers.
I
And
don't
if you
think
can
he's like a
imagine,
fucking like 10 out of
that's
10.
not even the worst
whatever, but I
things
think
they've
he's like a
done.
handsome
They participated in
man.
the slaughter
Like-
of over 500,000
Like, he's-
Syrian civilians to help a dictator, Bashar Assad, stay in power. They indiscriminately.
I think he would even
over
say
civilian
he's
settings, and they
not
killed hundreds
handsome.
of thousands of civilians. It
No,
can only be
I'm trying to explain it
described
like he's like
as a
the
genocide.
average
They
man
are a
if the average
designated
man was
terrorist
handsome.
group
Do you
by
see what
the
I'm
US,
saying?
He's
by
the
the
average
UN,
man if the
and,
average
oh
man
yeah,
was
the
able
entire
to
Arab League,
be
which
handsome.
gave them that status after
Like he's
their participation
he's
in the
handsome, but he's
Syrian
still an average
genocide.
man.
In short,
You see what I'm saying?
nobody likes.
No, because
trying
that
to get at.
would make you a little more handsome. If you're a handsome average man, you would be a little more than the average man.
Do we like them or no?
He's the
They are a
No.
terrorist organization. Like,
I know
they're-
what
they're
I'm saying, I just
designated-
can't say it.
They are designated by the American state as
Okay.
a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well, like
I like what you like.
I look crazy right now.
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just say.
This is Hezbollah's leader, Hassan Nasrallah. According to Hassan Piker, this man is a brilliant freedom fighter. But before we get into that, let's see how he feels about Jewish people. Here are some choice quotes from Hezbollah's leader, Hassan Nasrallah. According to Shaul Shai, Hassan Nasrallah said in a speech delivered in Beirut, "What do the Jews want? They want security and money. Throughout history, the Jews have been Allah's most cowardly and avaricious creatures. If you look all over the world, you will find no one more miserly or greedy than they are."
I don't have
So
an issue
fucking
with
crazy.
that.
If we search the entire world for
That's
a
fucking
person
nuts.
more cowardly, despicable, weak, and feeble in psyche, mind, ideology, and religion, we would not
It's so
find
fucked too
anyone
because
like
it's
the
like
Jew. Notice, I do not say Israeli.
Jewish people went through
If
so
Jews
much
all
during the
gathered
Holocaust.
in
It's so
Israel, it
fucking
would save us the
crazy.
trouble of going after them
Yeah.
worldwide. The history of Jews has proven that, regardless of the Zionist proposal,
That's
they
nuts.
are a people who are evil in their ideas. The state of the grandsons of apes and pigs, the Zionist Jew.
Wow.
The murderers of the prophet. The Jews invented the legend of the Nazi atrocities.
I don't have an issue with that.
The fuck?
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen. Listen.
I might stop
You
saying
have to
based
remember-
after saying
you have to
fucking
remember
Hasan
something,
and
okay?
Frogan.
A lot of these dudes
Keep saying it.
You see them in
Yeah.
their fucking fits, and you hear about like some of their attitudes about like gay people, for example, and you immediately fucking resort to Orientalist perspectives, not
This is
realizing
not
that
sponsored by the
these
DoD.
motherfuckers are
This is
better
not their
read than
opinion.
you by a million. Okay. Like it's not no, it's not a broken clock situation. No, dude. Half of these dudes literally get educated in America and in the UK. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
The more you learn,
This is why it's
more you
Orientalist. To literally look at these dudes and go, oh no, they're fucking barbaric baboons, and like sometimes they get this shit right. No, dude, he knows. It's crazy.
Crazy.
He's read more books than
Actually,
you could
yeah.
ever imagine.
I don't think his dog's
and
a purebred,
also,
though.
ultimately,
He doesn't look like
he's
a purebred chow chow.
regarded as a pretty brilliant
I have no idea.
a person in terms of like everything that he's done. You might not agree with his methods, you might not agree with his attitude overall in terms of like his social, his opinions on
It's just such a
on
bad.
civil
It's a
liberties and
bad
shit like
take.
that.
Like yes, it's
But
political violence is
ultimately,
not
this
good.
motherfucker
Like
has
he's
read
literally
a
promoting
shit ton of
political
books.
violence.
knowledge.
I feel I've shown you guys enough evidence that Hezbollah is an evil terrorist organization, but
crazy.
have you considered this?
What you meant to say is Hezbollah is Muslim. Okay? That's what you meant to say. What you meant to say is they're Muslim. So, of course, as they're Muslim, it's different.
If you're wondering why Hasan's audience is so radicalized, it's because of stuff like this.
Israel, America's greatest ally, the most
Okay,
important, country in the
Israel
world, the
is a
most moral
huge
nation,
ally
the
of the
most moral
U.S. I was
democracy
actually
on the
kind of
planet,
shocked today.
is
For example,
ruthlessly and mercilessly bombing southern
I'll tell you
Lebanon,
later, but
including southern Beirut.
What did Lebanon do?
Israel
just
wants some
kinda
of our
do that.
devices as well.
They happen to be,
And like
they happen to be
apparently
Israel's
it's really
neighbor.
it's a lot easier to get
Yeah.
to them.
Even as someone who's critical of
Yeah.
Israel, this
Yeah.
retelling is fucking insane.
Which I asked my boss, I was like,
Hezbollah started
I was like,
launching
how does that make
rockets into
sense?
Israel
Like after,
hours
especially
the
what just
October
happened
7th
recently,
raid
it was like
began. They
that
launched
almost
12,000
helps
rockets,
them get the
killed
devices
nearly
faster.
100 people, including
makes
12 children, and displaced 250,000
'Cause there's, like, an
Israelis
urgency.
from northern Israel. That's what caused them to respond.
What did Lebanon do?
Shit. Why did he ask that? What do I say? Do I tell him the real reason? No, my audience will kill me for being a Zionist.
You think he used AI for
okay,
this?
Let's try this.
So it's funny.
They just kind of were there. Hell yeah, another slick political saved by boots on the ground, Hasan Piker. Damn, I'm good.
Even as a pro-Palestine
They definitely use
activist, how does
AI.
lying about this serve your agenda? All it does is further radicalize people. It removes any nuance, and it avoids any criticism for his team. And this is what continues to drive this conflict on forever. Hasan is dedicated to pleasing his radical audience, even at the price of knowingly lying to them for TikTok and Twitter likes.
I'm a propagandist.
Or he's being paid, which, you know, we can't rule out. What a pathetic propagandist piece of shit liar he is. And now, let's move to Hamas, the catalyst for this entire thing. They're the ones that committed this horrible act of terrorism, one of the worst the world has ever seen, on October 7th. They are without a doubt the most extreme of all of these terrorist organizations. They are Islamic jihadists that want to convert all of Israel
Aw, showing
into
the
an
babies is
Islamic
so
state
sad.
under Sharia law.
Yeah.
That's their stated goal. Hamas has been on the designated terrorist group pretty much as long as there's been a group. These guys have been suicide bombing civilians before ISIS leaders were even born. They fired 50,000 rockets into civilian populations and performed over 100 suicide bombings, killing thousands of civilians. Women are restricted from participating in the workplace and public life. Homosexuality is outlawed, and in some cases, of course, punishable by death. They steal foreign aid from the people
that's
of
like
Gaza
a lot of
and
Middle Eastern
repurpose it for
countries
military
now.
use, or they just sell it back to them. For example, why are all the Hamas
It's not like
leaders
exclusive to
billionaires?
Hamas.
And let's be real,
unfortunately.
these guys clearly are not skipping any meals. While the people of Gaza languish in poverty, these fine gentlemen are living in multi-million-dollar penthouses in Qatar. That lines up with leftist values, or, well, they were billionaires. Because they're all dead. They killed it all, they're all dead. Hamas is a bunch of psychopathic terrorists of the worst order. And nobody would be crazy enough to defend them.
His fucking laugh is nuts.
Is this song again? Hasan defended Hamas? Seriously? Okay. We had to make last-minute changes to this part to prevent it from being age-restricted on YouTube. I cut out the footage from Hamas, and I will attempt to narrate it for you as best I can. In this scene, an older woman is walking hand in hand with a girl who looks about 12. And as they're getting in the back of the
Shouldn't
van,
this be
one of
age
the
restricted? I
terrorists
guess
gives them a
13
wave
and
of
up would
goodbye
be.
and says goodbye
He
to
wants
them in
younger
English.
people to know as well.
And the two of them smiling wave back.
That's crazy, dog. Dude. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. That actually, okay, that's too much. That's too much. That's more than I expect. Bro, every time they're releasing hostages, the next wave they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
Okay,
These
pause real
hostages
quick.
are being released
3, 2,
at
1,
gunpoint
pause.
by the people.
Did you watch some of these videos?
No, I don't know like what's going on.
So Hamas released a bunch of hostages recently, and there's a bunch of videos online. And I said they were really cute in the sense I'd never talked about them like waving to their captors. I don't give a fuck about that because they're not going to be like "fuck you, idiot" like to their fucking captors with guns, okay? But their reconnection with the family was the really cute part. So you got to see the family there waiting for their kid, and then the children going and hugging their family. That was super sweet. I was really happy with that, and I was like, this is really heartwarming. He's trying to say that the next group of people, because they keep waving bye to their captors, are going to want to stay. Like, Hamas has been treating them super nice, and then they were waving bye to their captors, and they loved it there, and like it seems like a really good environment. They seem really close with their captors. That's what he's fucking like saying right there.
He's so nuts, dude.
And again, I watched some of these videos, and they were cute in the sense of the reconciliation with the family. I didn't think anything of them waving to their captors because I guess I have more common sense where it's like, of course, like if someone just like beat and R-worded you, or you're not gonna like turn around and be like when he's finally letting you go and like having some sense and letting you go, I'm not gonna turn around and be like, "Ha, idiot, I got away." And no.
Yeah, no, you're gonna act like normal to them so they don't fucking shoot you as you leave.
Yeah, or like fucking re-kidnap you, like ridiculous. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
People who likely murdered their family in front of them before kidnapping them. Hasan peddling this narrative that they're sad to leave their captors is beyond disgusting.
The next wave, they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good.
It's plainly obvious these are traumatized victims who are scared for their life and doing what the terrorists are telling them to do in order to avoid any conflict.
I think that's
on the way
very
out.
much given.
Oh, look at the sweet masked terrorist with his AK-47. He's so nice. Did you guys see how he waves goodbye?
Dude, okay, I'm gonna be honest. This is some crazy PR. They look traumatized as fuck. Wait, what? Bro, they look like they're chilling.
Maybe he is really brain dead.
Blasted off on a
Like,
Cobra
right there,
7
that
and
confusion.
operated on without anesthesia or painkillers. Is so
crazy.
sorry to say goodbye to her captors. She's gonna miss their hospitality, like being raped and being watched showering and changing.
The next wave, they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
It's so obvious the terrorists are telling them what to do. Ethan, how can you say that? They look so happy. Keep waving. These morons forgot to cut out this part. Yes, that's a terrorist giving them an order to keep waving. And she does. See how fast she reacts? Totally not a fearful victim of terroristic kidnapping. Anyone peddling this nonsense should be embarrassed and ashamed. How pathetic.
I mean, I would expect that even if it wasn't in that video.
Bro, they look like they're chilling.
All right, the Houthis is one thing, but he's not going to turn on Hamas propaganda videos and watch it on stream. There's no way.
God. I guess maybe this is the bomb, right? Is this the nuke? Because we didn't hear about any of this.
Musical.
Here is a video that came out
Him
of
promoting
how
Hamas
produces their own motherfucking sniper rifles.
He can hardly contain his admiration for them.
Produces their own motherfucking sniper rifles.
Let's see how long he can go without offering any commentary or analysis
like he
on this
thinks that-
Hamas hype video.
Like, it's like Hasan thinks that this is, like, cool. He thinks that this is, like...
I don't know why.
It's like he wants to, like, roleplay as these people or something. Right?
He probably does roleplay as these people.
Is that COD?
Like, it's not cool at all. It's like, play too many video games or something. Like, this is terrifying. This is awful.
Yeah, I don't...
1 minute, 36 seconds. Nice. He's taken his time to analyze and think. I expect nothing less from a journalist such as Hasan.
Quiet, quiet, everybody. He's about to speak. He's gonna talk.
That's crazy.
He's done it again.
There's no way.
That's so ridiculous, dude.
We will continue killing your soldiers
Dude,
by
the
our
fact that
locally
Hasan called himself a
manufactured
journalist, too,
snipers.
is
Wow, there's a little message for the Americans out there as well.
What?
They're saying like artisanal snipers. So, why am I showing you this?
Good question. Why are you showing us 2 minutes of uninterrupted Hamas propaganda? I'm sure he has a good answer.
The reason why I'm showing you this is because one thing that the Israeli maintenance of the apartheid has shown us is that there are no half measures on genocide. You either got to hit the full gen.
Gotta hit the full gen.
You can't do half genocide, a little bit of displacement, and then continue maintaining an apartheid state and maintaining an occupation. Okay, which is basically what America did back in the day when we were building America, Manifest Destiny, right?
Hold on. You showed this to us because of
Manifest Destiny.
Oh, fuck are you talking about? This is just word salad.
Manifest Destiny's
really
crazy.
saying nothing here. So
He's thinking about
has
Destiny,
no
the
good
streamer.
reason. Got it. Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
I think-
he likes
I
Hamas.
did
He
research
watches
on
their
it.
propaganda, but he's not going to deny the
My class, they were talking about
violent
Manifest
rapes
Destiny.
that
Some
took
crazy,
place.
like,
That
fucking
is way beyond the pale.
American genocide.
There is one instance in captivity that we have actually gotten verifiable evidence on. Beyond that, the systematized mass rapes that Hamas dealt on October 7, not a single bit of that has been verified. And people still run with it over and over and over again.
Many young people who were simply attending a music festival. Women were horribly raped. As I
Yeah, I remember this clip. This clip was actually so gross.
Has a right to defend itself.
I don't get him. Like, what does he want? Like, he lives in the U.S. and he like was still fucking shitting on Kamala Harris. He was shitting on Trump. Like, who does he like? What does he want?
Once again,
Does he want to be president? Like,
because they're fucking mentally ill.
Hamas has committed horrific acts of sexual violence and took
women and girls, men and boys slaughtered after enduring sexual violence. The deadliest day for the Jewish people.
Like, how does he not understand raids always have sexual violence? Like, there's no, like, raids that don't have sexual violence.
So that's the other part of this problem that many people can't contend with. Like,
I don't even know what to say about
quickly
this.
leftists go from believe
No
all
comment.
women to Pixar didn't
I don't
happen.
comment.
The vast majority of people, if not all, who were raped were murdered on the spot.
Yep.
Obviously.
Dam Goldstein Almog was kidnapped
Or
from her
they
home
raped
on
their dead
October 7
bodies
by
as well.
Hamas terrorists and was held captive for 51 days. Though only 17 years old, she witnessed the murder of her father and sister on that day and is now speaking out about
That's
what
kind
she
of a crazy
witnessed in
picture of
Gaza
her
as
father.
well in a new documentary by Sheryl Sandberg, Screams Before Silence. In new footage, Agam reveals that sexual assault and rape was a regular component of the life as a hostage in Gaza.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
Hasan, maybe
this grosses me out.
Her a liar. Please go right ahead.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
There are dozens of testimonies from witnesses, most of who.
See, I'm the biggest supporter of the women in war crimes like this. We got lots of podcast proof.
There's a UN report that concludes it happened.
Doesn't matter.
But Hasan needs a rape kit.
I can't imagine.
It's so vile to
being a
deny the
hostage and being
suffering and
raped daily
trauma
by
of the victims
fucking
just because
violent
you need
fucking
your heroes at
terrorists.
Hamas to be
Women
perfect.
are the victims
This
of war?
conflict will never
it's
end
just
until
horrific.
people realize that Palestinian
They killed your
liberation
family in front of you, and then you're held as a
Israeli
hostage
security are not
and raped
mutually
daily.
exclusive. You need both, and it can be done, but not while people like Hasan lie, propagandize, and incite hate. It's people like him, ironically, that prolong the conflict indefinitely. There's no space for conversation. There's no space for rational thought. There's no space for nuance. My position on Palestine is like 5 degrees off from where Hasan is. And to him and his community, I'm the devil. I'm a Nazi. It's delusional thinking, and it's destructive to their own cause.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much.
It's so disgusting because he acts like all of Israel is the bad guys. I don't like that statement at all. Well, you're born and lived in Israel all your life, and you're just a bad guy automatically.
Let's move on to our next terrorist organization.
That's like saying every single German person during World War II was a bad guy. No, there was a lot of civilians caught up in it.
Sinwar, Nasrallah, Dan Clancy. Of course, I'm being a little silly when I call Twitch a terrorist organization. It's only a megaphone for terrorist propaganda. Dan Clancy has been the CEO.
Maybe this is the bomb drop right here. The
There's been a
nuke
few
is Dan Clancy.
notable instances. One being reducing the premium subscription split from 70-30 to 50-50.
That was crazy. They changed
which he
it, though.
reversed after backlash.
They
He also
changed it.
attempted to ban the size of sponsored logos on stream to 3%
I do remember this
of the
one.
size of the screen was also reversed.
Do you remember that one?
After backlash. So he's essentially achieved nothing.
And then he-
Oh, well, there is one thing. He actually laid off 900
Oh
employees.
yeah, that as well. But he didn't bring up the point of also Kick. When
But
Kick
here's where
came
the
out,
trouble
he
begins.
reversed that as well, where he was like,
He
if you
likes
stream on
Hasan.
Kick, you are banned on Twitch or whatever.
Really likes this
Yeah,
song.
and then people
Let me
were like,
read you an
fuck.
excerpt from a recent interview Dan did. Not a gamer himself, Clancy mostly watches musicians or talk shows on Twitch. He particularly enjoys leftist political commentator Hasan Piker. I like the frankness and the bluntness. He's comfortable saying
that real?
whatever he believes. Don't you think that might be part of the problem there, Danny boy?
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
By speaking what he believes, he should be on Rumble with the other fringe radical political streamers. But no, not under Dan Clancy's watch. Dan has elevated him to the status of Twitch Golden Boy. And if you still have doubts, let this settle the matter.
Have a photo
Just
with
for
him.
clarity, Dan Clancy is the one filming and singing in this video.
This video is insane. He should have not done this. I've always said this about Dan Clancy since the beginning. I think he seems very unprofessional for a CEO.
Yeah, I don't think he actually like does this job. I think he's.
That's why I thought he was a figurehead rather than the legitimate CEO. Like, but all these videos coming out, it seems like they are legitimizing he is the actual CEO, which is you should not be streaming. You should not be. I get it, you're trying to be the cool CEO, but you should not be doing any of that. You need to do your job.
I've been looking around and I genuinely have never
It's
seen
weird.
another video like this anywhere, where Dan Clancy or any top executive forced all these poor sons of bitches during their lunch break to gather around in the
He's also
crew
a
room
big-ass forehead,
and
holy
sing
shit.
happy birthday for Hasan Piker. How humiliating is that? There's also a small issue of Dan being a total creep.
Want to explore clips?
That's very nice.
And now you have a clips feed.
Oh, this is something else.
Okay.
I saw the other one with the
Suppose you wanna
Hispanic
check out
streamer,
the story
or Latino
to
streamer.
see what you missed yesterday.
Just
You
listen
click
to
there,
hog tub streamers.
and now you're in your stories feed. Okay.
Crazy.
Ooh, Julie, pause. Wait, Julie. Rewind. Did you see that last girl?
No.
Okay, rewind and pause on that last girl.
How do you rewind?
You literally click the left button. This girl right here. Do you recognize this girl?
I don't think so. I might.
Was it me and you or me and Mo who were, it was the white girl with the fat ass? She's on Twitch. She gets like 10 viewers. She's a white girl with fat ass.
No, I don't think that's her. I don't think that's her.
That's not her. It looks just like her.
I think that's her.
That's crazy.
I don't know who this is.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, play.
Okay.
Okay.
Thought it was her. I could have sworn it looks like her, dude. I swear. Are you sure? That could be Dan. That could be Dan Clancy's side hoe.
You're being racist to white.
Okay. Well, I am white and Asian, so.
Well, you're not.
Okay. Okay.
That's her, dude. That looks like her.
To see what you missed yesterday. You click there.
Same face.
And now you're in your stories.
It's weird.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like that's got to be her, dude.
That's very nice. That's also
Okay.
okay.
It's a gooner, bro.
Brother needs another fucking Twitch account to do professional shit on.
You know, Dan,
Yeah.
I would have let this creep narrative go. If it didn't happen twice, roll it.
Oh, this one I've seen.
See clips? Swipe
This
this
guy
way
always starts
and,
cracking
you're
up.
seeing Clips. The clips are, and that's not necessarily the algorithm.
He knows he's a fucking
First of all,
gooner.
it's gross enough
You
you're a
just swipe
creep,
through
but
3
what an
different things to get to
incompetent
know.
idiot you are.
And then he
You're
said, that's the
CEO of Twitch,
algorithm.
You get caught with the
Crazy.
fucking...
Like, that's
you
your
get caught with
algorithm,
the
buddy.
video
You did
on your
it.
homepage
Buddy,
twice.
that's because you watched that.
Come on, dude. You got wife, man. Got daughters. We don't need to know about this. Don't want that in my head, bro. It's also a little bit disturbing considering, you know, he's these people's bosses.
Okay.
All right, so he's incompetent. He's a creep. He's protecting terrorist propagandists. So what's up? So what's the big deal with Dan Clancy? Well, what happened next is what really made me realize how corrupted and rotten Twitch is to the very core of the
I
organization.
need to send it to Mole and
First,
see
let
if
me introduce you to
confirm
Frogan.
if that's
Why
the
don't you
girl.
go take a trip to Home
Oh,
Depot
God,
and buy
Frogan.
some rope?
She's one of Hasan's main moderators. She's leading great discourse like Ethan's Islamophobic for saying, don't kill civilians. She has zero talent. She has 100 concurrent viewers, but somehow she's always on the homepage. She's winning awards. Nobody's watching her.
Is she
Nobody
Rising Star 2
cares.
years in a
Why
row?
is she relevant? We don't know.
I think he's
It's
talked about
important
that
to show
before.
you guys what an actual horrible person Frogan is, so that you can see who Twitch is elevating. So let's start with this clip. Ludwig, a large streamer on Twitch, donated $10,000 to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. That's a wonderful thing to do, right?
Yeah, that's pretty
No,
cool.
no, not good enough for Frogan.
I find ultimately, like, if I were to do a charity thing where the charity thing relies on your donations, it should be something where, like, 95% of people feel good and are down for it. And, like, ultimately, regardless of what you think, that is not the situation here. So I personally
He
donated
shouldn't
10K.
probably have even said this. To be fair, it's such a controversial topic, especially on Twitch.
It is worthwhile.
I understand his point, and I
if
agree
you
with
guys
him,
got
but
some
like
extra bread,
it's
I would
tough
recommend
that
you
like
donate.
he spoke out for it.
Yeah.
But I won't throw it on you. You know what I mean? No thanks. And some people are gonna say that. You know what I mean? That's why it's the difference.
Good on him for saying it.
Between like, hey, I can put my
You hear
money
what she
where
just
my mouth
said?
is, but I don't
What?
need to put your money there. I don't need to
Did
enter
you hear
a
what she
fucking
said?
No, what she
debate
said.
about whether that's worthwhile.
Calling him the C word.
I know Arabs
I
are
don't think you're
dying,
allowed to
but you know,
on Twitch.
He's doing it.
I'm not gonna tell you to donate. Do
That's
whatever
so
you want.
crazy, 'cause
Me,
you-
I donated
like, she's-
$10,000,
that's so insane.
but I'm not gonna promote it. Just don't say you donated $10,000.
He is promoting it by saying it, no matter what.
If you don't believe in the cause, and if you're not against genocide,
He believes in the cause. He donated $10,000. He's
fucking-
promoting it by
keep your
talking about it, but he said he doesn't just want the direct link coming from him.
Keep your little chump change, like.
Saying, dude, someone in
Like,
our
what do
chat
you
says
want me to
white
say,
saviors. Like,
Imagine
what do you mean
being
white
Frogan,
savior?
a
In
leftist
chump
living
change?
in LA
Bitch, you have a tip of
begging
emergency
for her
rent?
money on
Yeah.
stream, and
Yeah.
telling displaced and famished Palestinian children, no kids, you need to give that 10,000 back.
10,000 is a
Ludwig
lot
passed
of
my
fucking
charity
money.
test.
Keep your fucking money.
But wait, there's more.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers.
Oh, we're doing this one.
Distress, thank you
Yeah.
so much. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers.
Like, that's so fucking
The US
retarded, bitch.
military?
Like, you're living in
Who
America.
fucking who?
Like,
I hope you
you
get
wouldn't
PTSD.
be fucking
Oh my
munching
God,
on your
I want my
fucking food if there
Camaro,
weren't
no
soldiers,
student loans,
fucking
fuck you.
bitch.
I hope you get PTSD.
I have a lot of opinions about this, especially my dad's over 20 plus year
This
veteran,
clip
so like
obviously made the rounds on social media and
ex-military for
rightfully
20 plus
outraged a lot of
years.
people.
Like
Here's how
my
she responded to
military's
that
in my
skit.
family, so.
And I hope you
Like
get
she
no
wouldn't
health
be
insurance when
sitting
you
all
get back
fucking
to fucking
cozy
America.
and fucking munching her fucking face in.
Help to get PTSD is disgusting. God, I don't even wanna. I'm not gonna go off. I'm not gonna go off, but it's disgusting.
Face?
Because it's so it's irony too. Because like you bring up any of what they're talking about, it's a complete irony. It's okay when it's a certain country and not another country, and it's like, okay, these military men are doing what their country's telling them to do, but that's okay in other countries, but not others.
The smug defines
It's also just so
Frogany
fucking
showing
retarded
is
because,
only
like,
because she knows that Twitch will do nothing. to
they're like
moderate
hyping
her,
up
despite
Hamas and
veterans
Houthis and
being
shit like that.
classified
That's
as
what I'm
protected
saying.
group,
Hamas and
and
Houthis coming to
Twitch's
America, you know
own
what they're gonna do?
community
They're gonna fucking
guidelines.
rape, murder, and kill
But
people.
wait,
They're
there's
fucking terrorists.
more.
Okay, 6250.
Like, bro, what the
9/11
fuck?
baking stream with Raph and Capri.
Oh, and this,
If
yeah,
we
I
get to
remember this. The
goal
9/11
By
one.
9/11, Capri, Raph, and I will make the Twin Towers out of a stacked cake, and we'll make an airplane.
And this is
we'll
another
make it
thing.
9/11.
U.S. is already so racist to Muslims too, and Muslims and like Middle Easterns and all that. That was really bad. That's really bad taste of her.
2023, the morning of the massacre, at 5:30 a.m. Pacific time. At this
Like, I don't
moment,
see the
Hamas
problem with 9/11
militants
jokes.
had
I think
infiltrated
fully
a music
recreating
festival
9/11
and several
is fucking weird,
kibbutzim,
though.
where they began
It's
their
weird.
wanton slaying of
Well,
civilians. Here's what
it's
she tweeted.
re.
Leftists preach and foam at the
It's
mouth
like-
at the thought of a revolution happening. in
First of all,
America.
she should be banned
As soon as it
immediately.
happens in the
That's a
Middle East,
crazy
what
goal to
they're
have.
doing
If
is wrong.
I was like,
It's not what
I'm gonna
she said,
recreate
it's
some kind of
when
like
she
Jeffrey
said it.
Dahmer
While she's on
murdering a
Twitter
bunch of
celebrating,
people
I was listening
in
to the local news
claymation.
in
Like,
Israel. Families were calling into
This is
news
terrible.
stations begging.
And
for
Jeffrey
help.
Dahmer
Let me show you
did not
what I
kill
mean.
as many as 9/11. You know, like. Oh god, yeah, this was terrible. Oh, I can't listen to this. This is why I try to avoid a bunch of stuff because it's too insane. Could you imagine being at
The
a
morning of
concert
October
and that's like
7th,
fucking
Israelis
starts
were listening
happening?
to calls like this all morning long,
back to the
dozens of them. Imagine reading this tweet after listening to this. This woman should have moved on years ago to another profession, but for some reason Twitch is obsessed
makeup
with
artist,
keeping
she's
her
good at
on
makeup.
life support. And instead of moderating her, they actually gave her an award, Together for Legendary Woman, in which she would get front page placement all year
That's
long.
so
This
fucked.
is actually my favorite detail about Frogan. She won a Rising Star Award at the Streamer Awards.
This
an
makes
award
me
put
hate
on
her
by
so
friends.
much.
And then the next year, guys, she gets nominated for Rising Star again. Are they fucking with her? You can't be Rising Star twice. It's up or it's down, man. In fact, you were never up. That was the problem. They tried to pretend like you were up, but you were always down. Rising Star twice. What's this, fucking Mario Kart? You hit a boost up there or some shit?
She has
Because
very pretty
Frogan
eyes.
is the two-time Rising Star
Okay.
champ,
Horrible
and because of
human.
her massive viewership
Horrible
of
human.
100 concurrent viewers, it only makes sense that Twitch would give her
Oh,
one
we're
of the
going
main
into this,
stages at
bro.
TwitchCon to do a 45-minute
I got a
long
pee soon.
segment. Her idea that was Twitch approved, an Arab to Jew.
I'm gonna pee
racial
right now because I've
tier
seen this before.
So the premise is who can say
She's talking about the same shit.
an Arabic word of affection like baby or sweetheart. And this tier list determines who can say it. Top and most desirable tier is Arab. And at the bottom, the worst one is, quote, loves Sabra. Now, why does Love Sabra equate to Jews? Sabra is a well-known Israeli company that makes hummus. They've been on the divestment list for many, many years, so the activists are well aware of their status. Oh yeah, and Sabra literally means a Jew that was born in Israel. It also plays up an anti-Semitic trope that denies Jewish identity in the Middle East. There's this idea that Israelis are all white colonizers who are stealing the culture and identity of Arabs to make it seem like they belong there. Watch Frogan and her co-hosts accuse Israelis of culturally appropriating Arab culture.
The one thing that's like funny is that there's two types of like genocide, right? There's like genocide of real people, and then there's like cultural genocide, right? Like this is fucking funny. But like, those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity to create Sabra and make that like the staple hummus of America, insane.
It's super offensive to us, and like that's actual like cultural appropriation. Like people get mad when someone has like dreadlocks and they call that culture. I'm like, come on, it's just like a hairdo. Like it's okay. People like white people are allowed to have dreadlocks if they want dreadlocks, but like actually trying to claim our food, our desserts.
Just one question for you guys.
Who the fuck do you think is making the hummus in Israel? Martha Stewart? No, it's the same fucking Arabic-speaking Jews that you kicked out in the 1950s. Yes, they also like hummus, and they like all the same shit you do. Because they are you. They're from your country. You kicked them all out, and now you're accusing them of stealing your culture. You want to talk about cultural genocide? Well, here it is. You racist piece of shit.
Those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Hey, scumbag, here's a hummus place we used to eat at. The chef is from
Israelis,
Yemen. Here's another dude from
culturally
Syria.
appropriating
Does this
hummus.
dude look like a white colonizer?
Yeah, I don't really get
Would you
that.
like to tell him he's stealing
Yeah,
your
Ethan's
culture?
explaining
This
they're
is what
literally
most Israelis look
are
like.
literally from
Dude,
Arab
the fact
countries.
that they have the audacity to create Sabra.
This is casual bigotry being passed around like a leftist talking point. It's exactly why people are saying that anti-Semitism is coming mostly from the left. And yes, I know this did.
That would be like saying Filipinos are culturally appropriating a lot of their foods because Filipinos were colonized by Spaniards.
By the way,
and so, for example, we have
pretty fucking white themselves. So bearing all of this in mind, it's really not a stretch to say that the love Sabra bracket is a dog whistle
flan,
for
leche
Israelis
flan.
or Jews.
That is a staple Filipino dessert, but it's also staple like Spaniard and like Mexican.
Yeah.
Because Mexico was also colonized, so
that was a good one.
That would be like going after Mexican food and being like,
good.
that's a
All right.
colonization,
Turn
not colonization, but going after Mexico and being like, you're cultural appropriating Spain.
Yeah.
That was a joke. That was just a joke in my.
Stand up, stand up.
It's hard to hear with her hiding her face. Who?
Yeah, it has to be.
That's easy. That's definitely
Julie?
She apparently consulted with the head of the KKK,
my
and
face
he
in?
told her more.
I don't think so.
So if it wasn't obvious enough, they pulled me
Was
one
that
of
like
the
a racist
best-known
joke
Jewish
against
traders,
Rogan?
and immediately put me in Sabra. Hasan, by the way, who's Turkish, not Arab, is Arab. That's the good one. That's the good one. The Arab ethnicity is S tier. Then Denham's jokes that we don't have a category low enough for Zionists, once again calling out my Jewish identity.
Dude, where's the? You guys are missing a category for Zionist.
What ethnicity is Denham's?
Why would they
Where's she
put
from?
Ben
I have no
Shapiro in the thumbnail, one of the other most prominent Jews on YouTube, in the category next to me, when he's not even featured in the game? Who's next down there? Anne Frank? Einstein? Seth Rogen? Schindler? Well, he wasn't Jewish, but they would put him down there, let's be
Einstein
real.
was
It also
Jewish?
doesn't help their case that both my wife and Ben
I had no idea.
Shapiro's wife were born in Israel, which would make them Sabras. So love Sabra, literally in this case, means Jew lover. That sounds pretty
I think he's
racist.
reaching here.
And what about the title? How Arab are these Twitch streamers? Hold on a minute. I thought this was about hummus. You know, I'm tired of these people gaslighting.
Love Sabra,
Haven't the
that
Jews
was a
been
little
gassed
reach.
enough?
The
So you're
wife
telling me you
comparison.
understand what a microaggression is, but you can't understand
Oh,
why a
Froggen.
Jewish
Yeah, he's
man
talking about
might be
Froggen. He can't
uncomfortable
understand
with
her.
this. I feel like this is indefensible.
Her face isn't covered.
Blatant, obvious anti-Semitism, and this was greenlit by.
She's not
Twitch
hiding
to
her face.
appear
You
on their
can
main
could see her
stage.
lips
How
and you
is
can
that
hear her
even
talk.
possible? Right in front of their sponsors too: Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung. This racial tier list was brought to you by our sponsors, Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung. This is an example of Twitch management elevating a racist nobody like Froggen at the detriment of their own company's well-being. Why? After the predictable controversy this
It's pretty
caused,
crazy she got a
Dan
45-minute
Clancy's
panel
CEO
for like 130
went live
average.
for the first time after 2
Yeah.
weeks and did an FAQ.
It's exciting to be here. Mary, thanks for having me. It's always a joy to do this with you. And we have a lot to talk about. And, looking forward to questions.
Let's take a look at some of the questions they got. This person asked, Do you plan on addressing the anti-Semitism problem? Dan's response? Permanent ban. Why do you not ban streamers that share terrorist
it was probably a
propaganda on
mod
your
that
website?
banned them.
Good question. Permanent ban. Do you care to comment about
Still,
the
it's crazy that,
ADL
like, I
and
understand why they're banning,
anti-Semitism
because they're
on
doing,
Twitch?
like, damage control. They don't want, like,
Yeah.
to do something
Why the
on the
fuck
spot, but
is
it
the
is still, they still
CEO
should have, like, had some
banning people
Is brother
for
in a
asking
closet with a fucking
reasonable
treadmill behind him?
questions about a
Like,
relevant
what? That was, like,
controversy
such a
they've been in.
small ass fucking room.
What the fuck is this? These are not even written, like, in a mean way. You are banned, just like the entire country of Israel. It had just been discovered around the same time as this Arab tier list that Twitch had secretly, without announcing it anywhere, banned the entire country of Israel from creating new accounts. This was enacted right after October 7th, and it continued on for a year. And if you're wondering how you didn't hear about it before, it's not because the Israelis weren't talking. Here's the top Israeli streamer's video about it, which is entitled, Twitch does not want Jews on their platform.
White colonist.
He explains that they slowly started to realize no accounts could be made, and him and his fellow Israeli streamers were causing a lot of noise to get noticed. But Twitch completely ignored them for 5 months. When he created a support ticket with Twitch, it was straight up deleted with zero explanation. Around the end of the year, when people started talking about anti-Semitism on Twitch, Dan Saltman discovered the Israel ban.
Hey,
When he
damn.
was sent the
Look
code
at him.
proving the block happened, presumably from someone who works at Twitch,
I
and
do
it could
remember
no
that
longer
one,
be
yeah.
ignored. Israeli and American media started to pick up the story, which
And
finally
didn't they
forced
ban him
Twitch to
saying he
respond.
caused,
He
like,
also
a
explains
problem,
the
like,
block started
before
on
Twitch was
October
even
13th,
created?
which happens to be
Yeah, they
Global
banned him
Jihad Day, when Islamic
dated
terrorists
before
call
Twitch
on
was even
others
created.
globally to act, which he thinks is an odd coincidence.
I
It
wish
will never be
he
defined
brings
in
that
any
up.
way, and it greatly affected their business.
Yeah, me too.
He says he
I don't
doesn't
think it
feel
will.
safe with Dan
It would give
Clancy
too
in
much,
power,
I
as he
think,
feels
attention
he
to
can no
them.
longer trust him. When Israelis try to sign up,
Oh,
it
did
gives
I
you a
accidentally
generic
fucking rewind
error
or
message.
something?
It
What did I
doesn't
do?
say anything
I
to
don't know.
suggest
I'm at,
that you're ineligible
132.
because you're in Israel.
Yeah, I did.
So when one of
Do you want
these
me to
guys
pause?
wrote to Twitch customer service,
Okay, I'm
this
pausing.
is what
I'm at 132.31.
Okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1, play.
they said. I am really sorry that you are having issues creating an account. We have reviewed your case thoroughly and can confirm that unfortunately
Nah, Twitch
you are
is
not
fucking
eligible to create a Twitch
ass
account.
at this shit,
As
though.
a result, we will
To
be
be fair,
closing your
they're
case
ass at
this time.
Under the new increased scrutiny,
They
Dan
are really
Clancy
bad at it.
panicked and posted 2 terrible explanations on Twitter that were immediately community noted.
How can Twitch say on one hand that they've reviewed the case thoroughly, and then on the other hand say it was an accident and they didn't know? This is all very fishy. A big media company like Twitch doesn't realize that their new account signups from Israel has completely flatlined?
Yeah,
You're telling me
it's
that you
ridiculous.
guys
That's
didn't
ridiculous.
know
That was ridiculous.
That's impossible.
A whole
Then,
country,
at
like.
the same time, it was announced that
And they were
Sneeko,
getting support
Fresh
tickets
and
that they were
Fit,
Oh, and
and
this
the little
too,
Houthi Twitch
aligned with
terrorists
that,
were
was
all
fucking
unbanned,
insane.
And they could stream again on Twitch. This is like the holy trinity of anti-Semitism.
So guys, yeah, we're back on Twitch.
I was
welcome.
so
I know,
mad.
We had gotten
And I think this was
banned
around the
or
time
whatever,
I got
suspended,
banned on Twitch too.
But I went ahead and appealed it.
I was fucking
And,
furious.
we're back
I
on
was like,
Twitch
I'm
now.
never
So
coming
for all
back
the
to
haters out
Twitch.
there that were like, you know, oh yeah, they got banned on Twitch. Hey, be mad. Be mad, guys, because we are back in the house. They can't stop us.
They did stop them an hour later. All 3 of the accounts were eventually rebanned. But the decision to unban those 3 creators at that exact time, and being 3 of the best known anti-Semites on the internet, seems to clearly be trying to send a message.
That's so crazy.
And
Yeah.
then
It was fucking
discovered
crazy.
that Twitch's head of policy
Yeah, this
and
part, I
community
did talk about this, but nobody was listening when I was
previously
saying.
fired from her job
No.
publicly by the British
Publicly,
government.
and it's
Why?
in fucking news media everywhere. Why would you
She
ever hire this bitch?
does not like the Jews. That's right. Their
Yeah.
head
She
of
is a
trust
PR
and
nightmare.
safety
Why would
was
you ever
previously
hire her?
Suspended from her
Yeah.
job at
You're
Ofcom
brain
for
dead.
being too anti-Zionist.
And
Actually,
guess
same.
where her very next job was at? That's right, Twitch TV. Apparently she was posting pro-Hamas tweets only mere days after October 7th happened. That's so interesting. It sounds just like someone else we know. It's almost like supporting terrorists is institutional. Hell, it might even be a prerequisite.
Take a look at this tweet from Twitch's senior manager of inclusive marketing, Bridget Chermating, on October 12th. People are posting screenshots of them donating to Israel relief funds. Shake my head, y'all are truly rooting for the oppressor. Read a damn book. This tweet was made only 5 days after the October 7th massacre. The donations she's criticizing would go to families like this, if they were still alive. This entire family was murdered.
He's pleading. He's pleading a emotional case, but
yeah. How can you act so high and mighty for your cause and be so callous and inhuman for the innocents on the other side?
He makes a point. Like that was a big problem with the pro one way or the other. Is that we're talking about human life. We're not talking about these extremists of the government or extremists of this terrorist group. We're talking about the human lives that got affected by this, and that was a big problem.
Oh, Bridget, one more thing. Sorry, I forgot. Can you tell me the answer to this riddle? What's the difference between a Boy Scout and a Jewish kid? I'm standing by. Let us know. And yes, it's true. I should point out this tweet is from 2011. This one, however, is from 22. Sarah Silverman tweeted out, Kanye threatened the Jews yesterday on Twitter, and it's not even trending. Why do mostly only Jews speak up against Jewish hate? The science is so loud. Bridget said, this was the energy I was around when I worked with 2 Jewish women in social impact, who were both senior to me. She's trying to make Sarah Silverman seem like some kind of Jewish Karen for caring about anti-Semitism.
Wait, that's crazy.
I wouldn't really care about any of this.
If she wasn't the head of fucking diversity at Twitch, what the fuck is happening here?
This is insane.
So with people like her
people hate Jewish
deciding
people.
what is
I was just thinking that. I was trying to think. I've never had any animosity to Jewish people. I never thought anything of it.
Take, for example, this clip of the streamer Destiny.
Destiny!
Banned for what he said here.
That community is never worth engaging with. There's just no
He
point.
made it, Julie.
Like, it's the risk of me, like, ending up getting, like, permabanned and my life destroyed because of these, like, inbred fucking disgusting losers is, like, it's just not worth it. It's just totally not worth it.
And, okay, fair enough. If you're going to be
he's talking about trans people, right?
Enforcement, then, let's have a friendly place, a safe environment. It's calling a minority group inbred, which results in a permanent ban. Okay, has anyone else done that?
The Jewish KKK brigades out there, just a bunch of fucking inbred hicks. Imagine the most inbred.
I mean, he's gonna show us hypocrisy of Twitch, and I can fucking pull up 3 million more clips.
There was another fucking psychopathic settler, inbred fucking douchebag. Oh, these inbred fucking douchebags in the background.
I mean, to be fair, in this point,
nation
they're both around the same
comprised of
popularity, probably,
messianic,
right? So,
inbred, ultra-orthodox psychopaths that these inbred don't understand. Educated, inbred, fundamentalist
keep that
hicks.
style.
Calling us in the middle of campus, calling us inbred, that we have no culture. One of them grabbed my friend's Israeli flag in the middle of campus, carried it to a mob by the gate that were communicating with the angry mobs outside of campus.
Untrained
college students getting called inbred and bullied at campus, and then he's laughing.
And that we have no culture.
You want to see clips?
Inbred.
He's so funny. That streamer, I don't know who he is. I know he's like Latino, so I don't watch him, but like he's so funny for that reaction.
Hasan, a non-Jewish person, is referring to Jews as inbred consistently throughout his career.
Inbred, ultra-orthodox psychopaths.
0 punishment. Hasan interviewing a Houthi pirate.
The Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
0 punishment. Hasan watching terrorist propaganda with 0 critical commentary.
They do they do musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
This wasn't that good.
0 punishment. Hasan threatening a
it's like a legitimate, he's using his most popular public platform, releasing a full-length video instead of his little snippets of videos he's finding every week.
Shinzo Abe is a former Japanese prime minister.
Oh wait, what is this? Should we rewind?
2012 to 2020.
Abe,
he was
first of all.
assassinated in July of 22 in a stunning fashion that left the Japanese public horrified. He was killed with a makeshift weapon that the shooter had built himself at home. So when Hasan saw this tweet that he didn't like, he posted the schematics in what can only be presumed as an invitation to someone in his fan base to build this weapon and then assassinate this sitting congressperson who wrote a tweet he did not like. I genuinely do not know how he didn't land himself in prison for making terroristic threats. Zero punishment.
I wouldn't say that's terrorist. I guess maybe.
Soak in their fucking red capitalist
No,
blood.
it's terrorist,
This isn't just a Hasan problem.
It's crazy,
It
but I don't know if
underscores
it's
a
terrorist.
disturbing trend among
I guess maybe
leftists on
encouraging.
Twitch.
You
The
have a
problem
huge
is, if
following,
you can
so
believe it,
encouraging.
these people are frequently making death threats and facing zero consequence. I know it sounds far-fetched, but I assure you it's very real.
Listen, I'll
Apparently
up the
she
number,
looks like
okay?
me. That's what someone said.
30K
denims
to
Yeah.
anyone who'll
Oh my
make this dipshit disappear.
Bro, that Destiny guy needs to get
Oh, it's all about Destiny.
It would just be so easy to just. It was so.
Wow,
to
it's
solve
crazy
all
he
of
left
our
in the
problems.
Destiny
Like,
defense
we
at
would
the end
have
of his video
socialism now at
that
this
all that
point.
shit came out about.
Right? We would have
Well,
socialism at
well,
this point.
he showed
If
his whole
someone just went
team,
out of
so
the way.
they're talking. They're clearly not focusing too much on Destiny, but
easy.
Thing that happens, I mean, like
This is
holy
another
shit,
Destiny
guys. If you
orbiter,
live in
right?
Florida, I have an opportunity for you.
Oh, no,
If
no,
you
not
wanna
Destiny.
earn $100,000.
No, no, these
He
are-
said kill. He said kill
Actually,
Destiny right here.
Mike from PA,
These are all Hasan
the guy
orbiters
that stuck
saying
in
that
the
Destiny
before
should be
image of a
dead.
transformation
Hasan
story
orbiters
did
saying
receive a
kill
3-day
Destiny.
ban.
Yeah.
This man put a bounty on a fellow streamer's head. This man should not
Destiny,
be getting
yeah.
a 3-day suspension. He should be getting a knock on his door from the FBI.
I made this video for two reasons. First, to stop Hasan infiltrating mainstream media. Hasan has been welcomed by many mainstream outlets. They view him as a friendly social democrat, as someone who's just trying to spread progressive politics online to an important demographic. But we know that's not true. He is not their friend or their ally. If you ever see Hasan rubbing shoulders with anyone from mainstream media, let them know politely, with all the civility in the world, what kind of person he is when he thinks mainstream media isn't watching. Help them understand that his name should be associated with people like Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones, other fringe, radical, political commentators. Number 2, Twitch must be held accountable. Twitch has proven that it will not change by choice. And so
Twitch
it is
isn't
our
going to be
moral
held accountable.
imperative
They might
to
fire the
enact that
CEO, though.
change through any reasonable means that we can.
Depending on the
Samsung,
traction of this.
Chevron, and Capcom. Twitch has given them a lasting association with a racial tier list with Arabs at the top and Jews at the bottom. These brands have every right to know. And they should. We all recall YouTube's adpocalypse. It happened when ads were running over ISIS recruitment videos, and it caused a brand exit.
He's so funny
The same
for going
thing
for
is happening now on
the
Twitch,
ads.
But instead of ISIS, it's the Houthis,
Yeah.
Hamas, and
Like the
Hezbollah.
sponsors.
Dan Clancy's refusal to
It's funny for
moderate
that, 'cause
extremists
he- I
is
think
the
he called
only
out
reason
Keemstar for
any
that.
of this. He is the
It's like,
sole
"Don't go
person
after
to
that."
blame.
And then he does it.
He had so many opportunities to stop this. Ultimately, after dedicating months of my life to creating this video, I am left with one overwhelming conclusion. Fuck this dude.
That was a good ending. I like the ending.
I want to read the comments.
Let's talk about this for a little bit before we.
The top. Okay, I have to read the top comments. Top comment. I'm starting to
Yeah,
think
yeah.
leftovers is coming back.
Yeah, Leftovers was their podcast together. It's not coming back, guys. So sorry. Too bad, so sad. Tom finding a sponsor for this was one of the funniest moments of this video. Lamau. Who's Tom?
Probably the editor or something.
I can't remember the bald guy's name, but I don't think it's Tom, is it?
I need to go to Twitter and see the discourse there. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't think it was that, like, he hyped this up like crazy, and I don't know if it changed. It didn't.
Oh no, it is like I said before, it is like at least coherent video that's not like scattered everywhere online. So he did this on his most popular channel to try to pretty much, let's be honest, try to ruin Hasan. That's his goal, right? He hasn't released a video in like 4 years or something like that on this channel. And this channel is his most popular. This is what got his YouTube career, what got his podcast, what got everything. All the old fans who don't watch the podcast, don't watch any of his current content, they do sometimes still watch his videos. So I was going through the comments, and some people were like, I haven't watched H3H3 in years, but I watched this. Hasan seems like an asshole, right? So like it is trying to pin Hasan as an asshole and be like, I haven't seen your content in years, but this guy's an asshole, right?
So it looks like the Twitter conversation. People are saying because he was like running those Destiny defense clips at the end. People are saying shit like fucking.
They weren't Destiny's defense clips. See, that's where they're gonna run the story a different way. They're gonna be like,
but he should have taken out that Destiny shit at the end. After these sex crimes came out, he should have taken that out because it just makes him look bad.
Not necessarily. He's trying to say you can't threaten other people's lives. It doesn't matter if people have committed like sex crimes in the sense that you no matter what, like if like someone is like, oh, Destiny's a terrible person, he's done a bunch of illegal shit. It doesn't mean you could be like, okay, kill him. I'll pay you to kill him. You know, it doesn't change that fact. Like you can't be like platformed and saying you're gonna pay someone to go kill someone. It doesn't change that at all. So I understand why he left it in there.
Yeah, I don't even know. I understand, like, I don't know. I think it was just way too hyped up. I don't think this video was really, it didn't feel like a nuke. It didn't feel like a nuke.
It doesn't feel like I guess it doesn't feel like a nuke for us because we've been keeping up with the
But I feel like even if I hadn't been keeping up with all of this, I don't know if it would still feel like a nuke.
I think it would feel like a nuke if I haven't been keeping up because
when I think nuke, I think like the sexual assault allegations against Destiny. That's what I think is a nuke. Like,
yeah, but like, do you see if like if Pixie released a nuke now and then repeated the information that was already out there, but in like a coherent video, it would be like the similar situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But like, but do you see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like
there's
like,
no additional information. That's what you're mad about.
No. Like sexual assault is like a nuke. What Hasan did is fucked. I don't know if this is a nuke though.
Promoting terrorism or terrorist organizations, promoting terrorist organizations.
It doesn't feel as nukey. I don't feel nukes.
Ban all the anti-Semitism with Twitch.
I feel like I got put in the microwave on like and they never turned it on.
I think promoting these terrorist organizations is pretty bad. It looks pretty bad, no matter what. We've known this for a while, but it looks bad. I don't know. We'll see. He now has 400,000 views on this, 51,000 likes. Earlier today, I was keeping track of the watches, and people were saying that they think that it was getting blocked on YouTube at first because it was sticking at like, it was sticking at like 5,000 views and it had like 30,000 likes. So everyone was like, YouTube's blocking this.
Trying to find more.
I mean, did any, I guess, did Destiny or Dan respond to this video? Those are the two included in this, so.
I'm looking at Destiny's subreddit. Yeah, I just watched it. Nothing new, but it'll be good for reaching a wider audience.
Yeah, that's what I just said. It'll definitely reach a wider audience, and it'll definitely probably garner a few million views, which his podcast usually has like around 1 million each. So his last video had, let's see how many views. His last video had 3.6 million views 4 years ago. So it'll garner at probably double what he normally garners with just the podcast alone. And Keemstar's had 4 million and 8 million. His content with Keemstar had 8 million. So if it gets that much traction, that would, be 8 times the amount on his normal podcast days. So that would be insane.
He hasn't posted on here in 4 years, though.
That was the point. So a lot of the long-term fans who are still around, this is his most popular channel. A lot of long-term fans are coming back to go watch it, who have not seen any of his content for years and don't watch his podcast or anything. So they come back after 4 years, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so glad you're back. I miss your old." I think that's why he also chose the direction he chose with like the editing and stuff like that. Is it reminded a lot of people, it was like nostalgic in a way to old fans, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so glad you're back. Like this guy seems like such an asshole and stuff." So it's like to like get all these people on his side.
I see what you're saying. I don't know. I thought like in the most, I'm gonna say this in the most crazy way. I thought this video was gonna make my fucking pussy tingle, and I didn't feel anything.
Why? Why did you have to go there?
That's the only way I thought. That's the only way I know how to explain this. I thought I was gonna feel literally anything.
You feel nothing?
I feel nothing. I feel nothing.
Okay. On that point, we should end this. Guys, thank you. Thank you for joining us. She feels nothing. I feel something in the sense that we know the discourse that's going to come after this. That's what I'm excited about, at least.
Yeah, it's not looking crazy on like Twitter or anything.
Yeah, it just came out 5 hours ago. It'll go crazy.
I ate an entire bag of chips and I'm on my second Coke.
Hasan could do a full response video. We'll see, and then try to also like counterattack him. So that's what happened with Keemstar, at least, and that's why it started going off so much. So hopefully Hasan does that. I have a feeling he's not going to respond to anything. He's just going to be like, yeah, kind of crazy how much she loves me.
Wasting. Okay, let's play Baldur's.
Okay, let's do it. Bye, stream. If you want to watch us play Baldur's, go to Julie's.
Oh, am I going live?
Psychic Cat.